I'm ready.
Here we go.
The limo driver that I was looking for someone to enjoy the night with. The introduction was made through the limo driver.
And what happened?
We had a few drinks. I had made some comments about morning coke, so we got in the limo and left, and we started drinking. I started snorting. He started smoking. I actually put my hand on his knee and started to rub up his thigh, and I performed oral sex on Barack Obama.
Yes. Who's Randy?
Don't bring anyone love into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura and
Christina Pajitsin.
Barack Obama is king. Smokes meth, does blow with gay guys in cars. Cooks up that cocaine. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Tommy, I have a question.
I performed oral sex on Barack Obama.
Did he said he warmed up the cocaine, like to make it crack, or did I misheard?
I think I missed that, yeah.
That's so cool, though.
You know that guy ain't shit.
That guy ain't shit.
So weird.
Let me tell you something. This fucking guy, this guy is a real piece of work. He is, what's his name? Larry something. Larry Sinclair.
Larry, little kiss and tell Larry is what we should call him.
Oh, kiss and tell?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, man? Keep that
You
shit
can't
quiet.
fucking just blow a guy and be quiet about it?
Yeah, Obama's cool. Let him fucking live.
The following day, I actually get a knock on my hotel room door in Gurnee, Illinois, only to find Barack Obama standing in front of it. He had actually come back for seconds.
Please.
I performed oral sex on him in the hotel room at the Comfort Inn and Suites in Gurnee, Illinois.
Were there drugs involved in the second night as well?
There was.
Who produced those?
He actually brought those with him.
Now, Obama at that time was a state senator.
I actually had no idea who he was.
And then when did you find out that it was Barack Obama?
Watching the 2004 DNC convention.
Thank you very much, everybody.
He's like, hey, I fucking blew that guy.
And it hit me. And
He's so
At the
cute.
time, I was just kind of floored.
I mean, first of all, Obama's way better looking than this guy.
It's so upsetting. I feel like
Yeah.
it's such an insult to, I think Obama should come out and be like, hey, look, a bunch of guys have blown me, but this fucking pig is out of his mind.
Yeah,
Because
he's
he thinks I would
gross.
lower myself to let him blow me.
By the way, at a Comfort Inn, like, come on. Obama's
outta
better
here.
than that. I don't buy this.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, based on looks alone.
Good afternoon.
And look,
my name is Montgomery Blair.
that's him at the time on the right, sitting down.
Now, you had this
please.
press conference.
I performed for
He let fucking Nadav blow him?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Look at him.
Crazy. It's a
Obama in
doppelganger.
the limousine during the time Senator Obama was smoking crack cocaine.
After the press conference,
Yeah, he was
you
smoking
are
coke.
arrested.
By the DC Police Department upon the orders of Beau Biden, Attorney General for Delaware.
So this is Joe Biden's son, Beau Biden.
Yes. Apparently, he had a grand jury indictment from 2 weeks after I went public on Obama accusing me of theft that never took place.
Shortly before you made these public allegations about Obama, you were contacted, you say, by a man named Donald Young.
Donald Young was the choir director in Jeremiah Wright's church in Chicago.
This is the church Obama attended?
Exactly.
And what did Donald Young tell you?
That he too had intimate relations with Barack Obama and had for years, and that I needed to protect myself, that they were going to come after me.
What happened to him?
He was shot point blank in his apartment
Damn.
in Chicago.
The murder was never solved?
No, it wasn't.
They're white folks, and then they're ignorant motherfuckers like you.
I mean, come on, dude. This guy. So Larry Sinclair, just so you have the full.
Yeah, he's not cute.
So that press conference was in 2008. Yeah. He lives in Cocoa. He has a long history of lying and of criminal fraud. He failed a polygraph when talking about his tryst with Obama. Of
course.
And then he published the book called Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair: Cocaine, Sex, Lies, and Murder? ?
Oh, boy.
He ran for mayor of Cocoa Beach and lost.
Wow. Well, good
Yeah.
for him.
Gay man said he had sex with Obama in office. I mean, it's a wild thing. It is. I feel like it's very insulting to Obama. I feel like not politically. I'm saying just like, you know, when somebody approaches you and they're just way less attractive. And
Yeah,
you,
it's
like,
upsetting.
I remember like when I would get hit on when I was a single man, and it was like if it was like a really unattractive woman, I would be like, do you realize how fucking offensive this is right now?
It really
to me?
is. It
That
really
you're,
is.
Like you're pitching yourself to me that I'm going to lower myself 8 tiers. Like it's fucking
Like, know your value,
Yeah,
you know?
no, exactly.
And also, this is another reason why you should just deal with hookers. Like, if he just had some male prostitute,
Yeah.
this would not be an issue today.
Yeah,
Just deal with
exactly.
hookers, dude.
Buy
Everybody
your own
knows.
damn fry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just hire hookers.
Hire
dummy.
him, you dumb shit.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, Obama's the best. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's so
Sorry
handsome.
ass motherfucker got nothing on me, right?
It's
Nothing.
crazy. This interview that you got these clips from, this is amazing.
Yeah, pretty great.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Wow. There you go.
We are supported by DraftKings. NFL fans hungry for a big win this week? I've partnered with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official partner of the NFL, and they have you covered. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. It's that simple. Download the DraftKings app now. Sign up using my promo code MOM. That's right. New customers bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. DraftKings customers can also get skin in the game with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, no problem. You can still get in on the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code MOM. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code MOM, the word MOM, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
The holiday rush means more mailing and shipping for your business, but it doesn't have to mean more stress. Stamps.com has been helping businesses like yours save time and money for 25 years, and it can help you get ready for the holiday ramp up. We've used Stamps.com for years. It is the greatest alternative to going to the post office. All you need is Stamps.com's premium rates for all your postage needs. With Stamps.com, all you need is a computer and a printer. They even send you a free scale, so you'll have everything you need to get started. If you need a package pickup, you can easily schedule it through your Stamps.com dashboard. And if you sell products online, Stamps.com seamlessly connects with every major marketplace and shopping cart. Get your business ready for the holiday rush. Get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up at Stamps.com/mom for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com/mom. Can I tell you something embarrassing?
Sure.
I realized not only do I not know the difference between a cheetah and a leopard, still don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference between Labor Day and Memorial Day, and I don't know when they occur.
This is very interesting. The only reason I've known when Labor Day is, and this is why I kind of know a little bit about the difference. Labor Day oftentimes kicks off the college football season, so I always know that that's in September.
Okay.
Memorial Day, I've heard
Don't know
many
when that
times, is in May. So I'm going with September for Labor Day. Memorial Day is in May. I know you don't wear white after Labor Day. Is that the whole thing?
I guess that's the rule.
Right, that's
is it because you get your period and it'll show through
in the fall.
your
Everyone gets
pants?
their period in the fall.
Right.
And
or you
then,
get diarrhea in the fall because you're eating all those rich foods.
And you're getting chili. So you haven't had chili in months. And
Right.
you're eating chili every day and you have diarrhea.
Everybody knows.
Labor Day, I've heard, is to celebrate like the labor force and the labor workers that have contributed to this country's, evolution. Like how.
Right, like Chinese people building railroads.
I mean,
and
it's
stuff.
like, thanks, laborers. It's not like anybody on Labor Day is like, let's take a moment and really think about the contributions of the labor force.
Yeah, because you just get hammered and go out on
It's
the
just
lake,
like a
right?
Monday's off, and
Yeah.
you're like, I think there's going to be a great game on tonight. That's what happens on Labor Day. You're like,
Right.
there's going to be a good game tonight. And then Memorial Day, that's a little bit more significant because that's to honor those who have fallen in war.
The-
So
the-
it's
the
Memorial
dead.
Day, the veterans who have died.
And then Veterans Day. So then what does
Veterans Day is
do?
like all who have served. Memorial Day is those who have died. This is what I'm guessing. Am I correct?
They really need to release a memo to explain this stuff.
You should explain it to our children.
To dummies like me, yeah.
Yeah, federal holiday Labor Day celebrates the month. Yeah, see, in September, the American labor movement and the works and contributions of laborers to the development and achievements of the United States. I mean, it's a nice gesture, but who really gives who actually fucking?
Well, and what are we doing to those? Are we sending them checks?
Memorial Day is federal holiday honoring the U.S. military personnel who died while serving.
We should
Correct.
send Labor Day people, like every laborer should just get a 6-pack in the mail. Like,
That's a
here's
nice
your
thought.
beer.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean?
Thanks a lot, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Veterans Day, federal holiday observed. Yeah, honoring military veterans. That's
So people
annually on November. See, I didn't know that was
I don't know when
November.
that shit is.
Yeah.
Yo, you could have asked me like when's Veterans Day, and I'd be like, no clue. February 14th. I have no clue when that is. That's in November.
I didn't know that was
I
in
have no
November.
clue, and that's so close to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And that's why they're like, don't wear your white after
Because
Veterans
you
Day.
have, because then you have diarrhea and all your nice Thanksgiving clothes. This is an excellent point. I also want to point out that Jimmy Buffett died.
Oh, I know.
And it was, I guess.
Margaritaville, our favorite place to go and have drinks and party.
And I would have never, I wouldn't have even commented on it, except for the fact that my buddy, Bert Kreischer,
Yeah.
he posted this photo of him meeting Jimmy Buffett, but then his caption, really floored me. It says, I can't tell you how much this man meant to me.
Oh, my God.
It was an absolute privilege to know him. I've modeled so much of my life and career
Oh my God.
by the impression
This
he
guy?
and his music made on me growing up in Florida.
What?
Salt, salt, salt.
You got drunk?
I mean, yes, Jesus Christ. Pour yourself a margarita, put on songs you know by heart, and toast an absolute legend. Rip Jimmy Buffett. I mean, the thing that I took from that was when he goes, I modeled my life
Right.
and career after this guy's shitty music.
Right.
What
It's just
the
songs
fuck?
about getting ripped.
Salt, salt, salt. That's what you modeled after? I mean, I couldn't even help myself. I just wrote, Jesus Christ, really? On his, what the fuck
I mean,
is going on
I
with this
really
guy?
can't think of I can't think of worse people to model your life. Like
Than drunks?
Yeah, what if you're like, Def Leppard? I don't know. What's
know.
like, it's just so stupid. This is the worst person to model your existence after.
I mean, and it's like you're modeling yourself literally after, the parrot heads. Those are like beach walkers that are just like, I gave up on civilization. I just want to be drunk.
Yeah, they're just losers.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically a place you go. It's the last place you should go in a great location. For instance, if you're in like Cancun or something, it's where idiots go. Margaritaville, right?
Oh my God. I mean,
It's the last place. It's like going to Chili's or something. I don't know, right? It's like, I just can't imagine.
it's like if you go like, oh, Cheech and Chong died. I've modeled my life and career after the fact that they smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean,
Jesus.
unless we're missing something, did Jimmy Buffett have a philosophy of life that I'm unaware of?
Okay, keep drinking. Keep drinking. Have you woken up? You should drink more. You know what's crazy is we found, by the way,
boy.
one of the things that I think Bert modeled his life and
Jimmy
career after. So there's a song that he actually had kind of removed from his discography.
Scrubbed,
it's harder
if you
to
will.
find.
Sure.
Scrubbed in many ways. It's called Please Take Your Drunken 15-Year-Old Girlfriend Home. This is real.
Cool.
And so here's how it goes.
Yeah.
The chorus. Please take your girlfriend home. She's only 15. She shouldn't be back here alone. I'm horny and my mind begins to roam. So please take your drunken 15-year-old girlfriend home.
Jesus.
Verse 1. She found Mama's Quaalude script. Took a few just right before the show. She's no beer drinker. She used the bathroom 15 times. I know. Her overtures were rather crude. Her boyfriend, he was more than rude to me. I'm 28 and I don't date. I still know classy women who like me. Chorus. So please take your girlfriend home. She's only 15. She shouldn't be back here alone. I'm horny and my mouth begins to foam.
Jesus.
So please take your 15-year-old girlfriend home. Verse 2. She said our show was rather dull. She liked Jethro Tull more than she liked us. She said a cab cost $20. I gave her 30 cents to ride the bus. when she hit me with a mic, something with which I could not agree, when she said she dug the harmonica player a whole lot more than she dug me. So please take your girlfriend home. She's only 15. She shouldn't be back here alone. Oh, take her to go read the Rolling Stone, and please take your 15-year-old girlfriend home. Wonderful song, incredible lyrics. I've modeled my life and career after this man. What a fucking dipshit.
What a dipshit.
Oh, God.
You know, but this idea of being of age and consent, this is new. You forget that Elvis Presley was banging Priscilla Presley, who was probably 15.
Yeah.
Jerry Lee Lewis was fucking his 13-year-old cousin, who
yeah.
he married. I mean, this is nothing
The thing
new.
is, you really have to be a high achiever to
get that young a pussy?
Well, and for people to go like, yeah, because that's what happens. Like
For
Elvis
sure.
is like, I'm fucking a 15-year-old. Everyone's like, well, he's very successful.
Yeah.
It's like, guys.
You have to really entertain the shit out of people to get that kind of
The
racket
pass,
going.
where they go, well, yeah, I mean, look what he's done.
But you know what's funny, or not funny, but what's true is that in Europe, the age of consent is 16, I believe. And in some parts of Europe, I think in Italy, it might even be 15.
Well, the Italians have a different perspective.
How do you say cockroaches of Europe?
You have to see the pussy, a flower that grows like this when they are teens. Hey.
Oh, 14 years old is the age of consent.
Italy. Italia. Mi
Yeah,
piace.
14.
Yeah.
Because I remember my dad one time, it was so gross. He was like, I mean, what's the big deal? I think 15 years old, you should know.
Well, that's why, though, is that he grew up around. Like,
right.
So you come to the States and they're like, hey, 18. You're like, hold the fuck on. 18? Am I fucking an old lady? Yeah.
You're pumping out kids at 14.
Speaking of consent, you know what happened in Spain?
What?
So the winners of the Women's World Cup was Spain.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe what happened here is that the coach, in like his excitement of winning, grabbed a women's player and kissed her.
Mm-hmm. On the mouth?
Yeah. And
mouth kisses?
It sent like all of Spain.
So what?
Right?
Maybe, is he cute? Yeah, he's hot. You can kiss her.
That's it.
So what? That's like not a tongue.
That's the thing right there.
And they're foreigners. Foreigners do that shit.
And then since
she's not straight anyway. It's fine.
She's like upset about it.
She is?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cute, though. I wouldn't mind kissing him.
I think it all, here's the thing, when people are outraged, the whole thing is like who you do it to,
Of course.
right?
And if
Because
you're
there's,
hot.
well, it is.
But don't you think your hotness should negate, like, Elvis was hot,
Yeah, sure.
this guy's good looking, he should be able to kiss her on the lips.
Well, the thing is, she's like, takes it as a full violation, right? Like, isn't her position that like, I was kissed against my will, and
Well,
like,
it is-
it's humiliating.
It's technically true.
And then they've come down on him, like the head of the, yeah. So Jorge Vilda has been sacked from his role as head coach of the Spanish women's soccer team amid the ongoing fallout over the unwanted kiss that soccer chief, Luis Rubiales gave a player at the Women's World Cup. So the coach is not the one who did it, right?
Yeah, that guy's the coach.
And he's gone now, just because he like signed off on it or whatever.
Well, he's not going to rat out his boss and be
Right.
like,
Well, Rubiales has apologized for his actions, described the kiss as mutual, a claim that the woman,
Yeah.
Hermoso, denied, saying she was not respected. She was handed a 90-day suspension. I mean, I had actually heard this news and hadn't seen that footage. And I understand that kissing somebody against their will,
Sure.
but you feel like you win the World Cup and like emotions are
it's
heightened.
too irrational.
I don't know.
And also,
I feel like even women are going to have different opinions on this.
Look, it is the heat of the moment. They're both adults. First of all, and also in male sports and foosball,
Yeah.
you guys are always slapping each other's asses and dick slaps and
Yeah.
all that, right?
Yeah.
Hitting each other's cocks, scissoring each other in the locker
This
room.
is so, I don't know.
To me, I don't think it's. And she's smiling. She doesn't look creeped out when it happens.
She just won the World Cup.
Yeah, she's pumped.
stoked. But also, I mean, I could see almost anybody doing that in that moment.
Yeah, he's like, you
Right.
did great. Mwah. And it wasn't like a prolonged. It was
wasn't
like,
like-
yeah. I think it's an excited, innocent. He doesn't tongue her. He doesn't hold her head
Look how
there.
happy he
Yeah,
is,
he's just
so,
pumped.
yeah.
I don't know. Look. Then again, sometimes women have been assaulted or something in
maybe
the
she has
past, and
been.
it's you don't know what her history is. If this happened to me, I'd be like, it's a big nothing burger. I'd be like, oh my god, the fucking guy just
Yeah.
did you guys see that?
I wouldn't
Wow.
think two things of it either.
Sure. And he's got a lot of money and he's handsome. I'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, maybe I can score the president of the football team. You know what I mean? Or whatever football club. What do you call this shit? Maybe I'll
football
fucking
club.
hook up with this guy. You know what I mean? And also, yeah. Anyway, I'm way more
Yeah.
bit of a pig when it comes to this stuff.
I have to say that I probably would have just kissed each one.
Each
Like
of the
every player. Yeah. I mean, we won the World Cup. You too.
And on their tetas?
Yeah, of course.
Show me your tits.
A 140 teta? Yeah. You're so sweaty. I like it. I like it to stink.
Yeah, I mean, it was a public display. He's
Yeah.
not really,
I
I don't know. And they're fucking Spaniards. Aren't they more heated?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
They're like, hey, passion, love, romance, whatever.
You didn't
fucking-
respect me when I mean, it's a kiss in the moment, isn't it? Like,
what are we, Americans now?
and then this furthers that whole gay fucking thing that people are like, you should ask someone, can I give you a kiss? No, you shouldn't.
Well, we had to, remember when we were asking consent for our babies and we had to change their diapers? That took 5 whole minutes every time.
Is it
Blink
okay
once
if
for yes.
Is it okay if I change your poopy diaper? And the baby goes, yeah.
Yeah, it's too far. It's an
It's too much.
overcorrection. I
All
mean,
right.
again, maybe she's been assaulted. I don't fucking
knows?
know, dude.
Anyway, we stand with you, Coach.
Yeah, frigid bitch, right?
She won the World Cup. Fucking chill the fuck out a little bit.
No.
Show a little excitement. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. If you have a family like I do, you know how much your loved ones depend on you. In a worst case scenario, you wouldn't want them to worry about money. I mean, personally, getting involved in life insurance is one of the first things I did as soon as I settled down. Policy Genius knows how valuable your time is. That's why their technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million of coverage. Some options offer same-day approval and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Policy Genius has licensed, award-winning agents who can help you find the best fit for your needs. They work for you, not the insurance companies. That means they don't have an incentive to recommend one insurer over another, so you can trust their guidance. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. Head to to policygenius.com/mom or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/MOM.
The best way to learn a language is through immersion, living where the language is spoken natively and using it every day, but that's not possible for everyone. So what's the second best way to learn a language? Babbel. Because with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. This summer, you can start speaking a new language with Babbel. I've been learning Spanish so I can speak to my husband and my mother-in-law, and it's been so easy. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others continue to prove Babbel is better. For instance, one study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. With over 10 million subscriptions sold, Babbel is real language learning for real conversations. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/YMH. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/YMH. Spelled BABBEL.com/YMH. Rules and restrictions apply.
And we are very excited to welcome to the podcast for the first time, Mr. Dan Soder, everybody. Let him hear it.
Thank you, guys.
I want to make sure that we tell people they can see you on tour, dansoder.com for tickets, and the new podcast, The Regs, with Luis Gomez, Robert Kelly, Joe List. You can listen to Gas Digital?
Yeah, Gas Digital, YouTube, Louis J. Gomez, too.
Excuse me, Louis J. Gomez.
Try to fight me if I don't correct you.
And pretty soon, there'll be a new Soder podcast.
Yeah, starting one up. Me and a guest.
You and a guest.
Soon.
Okay.
It has to happen because that's comedy.
Yeah, you got to have it. You got to have the video. You got to be able to download it, and it's just got to be you talking shit with somebody.
Yeah, and if you don't, like, I wonder if you get fired from comedy, they're like, turn in your podcast. Like your badge and your gun.
It sounds like it almost feels like you have to have one. It's almost like saying you don't have a website or something.
It feels that way.
Yeah.
It feels as it feels as dumb as when I was one of the last people to go to texts. When text came out on cell phones, I was like, call me. Why wouldn't you just text me? And then my buddy was like, you're the dumbest person I've ever met. You have to have text messaging. And I turned it on, and all these texts came through, and I was like, oh, so everyone's doing this. And they were like,
was this
for years.
2019?
This is honestly later than you think it is. I think it was like 06.
Really?
Oh, wow.
05 or 06, where it was a girl that I was like trying to pursue, and I was like, I haven't heard from her. My buddy was like, you don't have text messaging turned on. And I was like, yeah, but who's texting? I said it like, this isn't going to take off.
Yeah. Were you still doing the Atel version and doing like AAA for like
Does he still do that?
Oh, yeah.
He was doing, when I saw him last, he was like, text me. I sent him a text, and then I saw him open the flip phone.
How do you find one?
And do like, 3 taps to get to the right letter, and you're like, whoa.
Soon you're going to have to walk a giant staircase on a mountain to see Atel. He's just going to be in like one of those, I feel like he's going to be a monk, where you're going to be like, to see David, you must pass these tests.
That's cool.
I love that he still
Oracle?
rips cigarettes.
Yeah.
God, I miss cigarettes.
Do you?
Me too.
Yeah.
For 17 years, and I loved it.
Still miss it?
Every day.
Every
And
day.
I love the way it smells. I love watching other people smoke. I think it's a great habit. It keeps you thin. You're meditating. You're
for you.
breathing in fire.
Yeah.
It's good for you. It's
That's
so
the thing.
cool.
Why are we acting like? But here's the thing.
Cool.
I think you look cool if you are cool. Because when you see some animal smoking, like standing waiting for the bus, and he's like,
I miss them the most.
You know,
That's what I miss it the most.
But I'm saying,
when I see someone close to killing themselves, when that cigarette's the only thing that holds them, that's what I miss.
But when you say, but when the
that's
person
so
is like, he's like morbidly obese, he's got slides on, right? Like he's got a torn. You're like, this guy looks like shit, and you're like, oh, he looks worse. But like when someone
I know you're
sexy is
talking about.
smoking, you're like, oh,
It's the Florida smoker that's gross. Like when it's
Right.
hot out and the guy's a dirtbag.
Dude, hot cigarettes.
the worst.
or in the car. You see him in the car.
Oh, the windows up.
Yeah.
I will say, car cigarettes are what I miss possibly
the most, really?
Oh my God, just criticizing someone's driving while a cigarette bounces in your mouth, and as you try to light it, you go, fucking merge. And then you're like, I love it. I miss it so much. But hot cigarettes and cigarettes when you're in a hurry.
Yeah.
When you're like
Yeah,
walking fast somewhere, and you're like, those are the two worst.
Yeah.
Yes.
But cold weather,
raining, and you have like outside, but you're under some awning or something.
Really romancing this drug right now.
I
Oh,
love
it's
it.
so good.
My fiance and I we have an agreement. We're staying in what we call the blast radius. Anywhere where a nuke can get dropped and that wave hits. That's so New York. We're staying in New York for that reason.
Yeah.
Because if there ever is threat of nuclear fallout, cigarette time.
First time.
For sure.
Like downstairs to the
For
bodega.
sure.
If that
How long
nuke's
have you
coming,
been?
10 years. I haven't smoked.
10 years.
But I still smoke weed, and I think it's half because I like getting high, half because I really miss cigarettes.
Yeah.
And they have these cigarettes in Colorado when weed went legal called, what are they called? They sell them at Green Solutions. They're called Incognitos.
Oh.
They look like cigarettes, cigarette paper, cigarette butts, filled with weed.
Oh.
And I'll tell you what, I got one of those, and I had a rental car, and I was driving around my old neighborhood that I grew up in, smoking it, feeling like I was smoking a cigarette, and I had to pull over.
Right.
Because when it hit me, I was like, this isn't a cigarette.
Yeah.
I smoked the whole thing, and I was like,
Shit.
I was just parked by one of my old friends' houses, just sweating in the winter, where you're like, oh, dude, just don't freak out. Don't freak the fuck out. And it happened to me once there, and then once I was like, oh, I'll do it again. And I only smoked half, and I smoked half, and I got too high to go inside the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
Where I just sat in the car, and I was like, just
That's
go
the
in, dude.
worst.
Go in.
Too high to talk
It's what's
to
kept
people.
me from more weed in the last, I would say even actually the last 20 years. Like when I moved to LA, I was ripping bongs every day and every night.
And feeling no anxiety?
I get hot, no anxiety. And then all of a sudden, I started to get into more like day job stuff. And so it just started tapered down because that was out of college.
Sure.
So, it's like reducing. Then, it's weekends. So the weekdays, stopped smoking. So my tolerance like just went away after because I just stopped. And then when I tried to go back, I was like, I had such fucking devastating panic and paranoia.
Really? Like, was it the
wrecked
first time? Do you remember the time it happened? Do you remember the incident?
I remember a few times where it had been a minute,
Yeah.
and I remember I mean, I remember doing it. I never really understood people doing it before stand-up, and I don't drink before stand-up. I don't do anything.
You never did? You never drank anything? Did you ever drink anything before?
I tried it. I remember when I was featuring for you the one time I featured for you.
I've tried
maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I did in Indianapolis when I was a brand new feature act, and I was like, never again. Because you can't gauge how you're doing.
Oh, man.
I don't like it at all. I don't like it because it makes me, I don't like the fact that, like, if something doesn't work, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's because you're not quick right now. You
spiral.
I start to go like...
Yeah, you start slipping.
I don't like it.
I only recently stopped getting high before I go on stage.
Oh, wow.
I started, I mean, for the first however many years, I would want to say 8 or 9 years of doing stand-up, I would do a shot and a beer before every set.
What?
And then I would have beers. I did, I blacked out a couple times on late shows.
Seriously?
Oh, I thought you meant like television late show spots.
No,
just
I've
like
been
late
awesome
show
coming in,
Friday.
I'm just like, suck my dick, you ginger! I do what the fuck I want, Leno! Your chin's fucking annoying me! No, it was, I remember it was at Laughs in Kirkland, Washington. And it was like light, you know, it was very light. And so the first show was fun, but I was like, oh, I'll keep drinking. And then I had a friend come out that I hadn't seen in years, and we were like doing shots. And then I don't remember the late show.
And did you hear how it went though?
They were like, this is the worst part. They were like, it was unbelievable.
Oh.
And so then you're like, I found the secret sauce.
Oh, no. And that's why they warn you not to do that.
Yes.
Because they go, if you go, oh, this is what
That's what it
helps.
is.
Yeah.
There were times doing the bonfire where Jay and I would get high. We'd smoke a joint before the show. And it's like, you know, Sirius XM, very corporate, but we'd just be out front ripping joints the entire time. Sometimes Jay would bring joints that were too strong, and he can handle his shit. He's a big boy. He can get real high. Dude, we would go on air, and I'd just be like,
That's the worst.
I hate that feeling.
Dude,
I mean, you're making me anxious right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, just hearing about it
because there was moments. I think you can listen back to some episodes where we're talking, and at one point I go, I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. Because I was just like in my head, like, what the fuck?
The Columbus Funny Bone was one of the hardest I've ever bombed.
Yeah, and that they're on top of you.
They're on top of you.
That's a phenomenal room.
And I went there in 2009.
Yeah.
With Rogan. He shot a special the next day.
Okay.
So he was like, I want to do the club because it's like an off day.
Sure.
The night before I tape. Great. So fly in town. I'm with him and Ari. I don't know if somebody else was on the show. I can't remember. But anyway, we're in the parking lot. And he's like, hit it. And I'm like, I don't do that. And he's like, come on, you know, just like, don't be a bitch.
Yeah, that'll get me every time.
Yeah, of course. You're like, I'm not a bitch. So I just take a deep pull, right? And I'm not smoking a lot at the time. And it's his weed, which is always.
It's like it's not even weed at that point.
No,
it's
always
a different drug.
Yeah, it's always some crazy. Like, is this meth? What is this, right? And I remember just being like right away being like, right, like, oh god. And then I go like who's what's the order? What are we gonna do? And he's like, how about you go first? And then I'm like, okay. So I walk out. First, I run into Stroop, who at the time, you know, everyone's like
Don Juan.
They go, you got to like show out.
You kill in front of
Stroop.
him, and people that don't know out of context. Dave Stroop lived in Columbus, and if you went to the Funny Bone and did well there when you were coming up, your calendar could get set.
Yeah,
and
As a feature act,
he'd be like, I want you to open for this person, this person, this person.
And then you go kind of like.
That's how you start.
Yeah.
He was already
you
giving
need
me
his
work,
blessing.
but it was like second, you know what I mean? Like my agent or
But
something.
this was the
like,
first time he was going to see you in the flesh.
See me in person. So I meet him.
You're giving me back that anxiety. We're doing anxiety tennis right now.
And I'm like, hey man. And then he's like, oh, you know, heard some good things. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
So I go out there and out of the gate, not it built to this, out of the gate, just so flat. Like I make a off the cuff comment that doesn't land, and then I go into my act, and I mean, there's no dressing this up. I just bomb. I bomb.
Because when you're high, you're so locked in.
Yeah.
You're so locked into what you know that you're like, some people can fuck around.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Jay get high before.
Sure, like a Rory Scovel.
I've seen people
smoked a whole joint
do
for a TV
LSD
tape.
before, and you're like, how do you even?
Yeah,
or
Rory can do
mushroom
it,
tape.
but like what
Rory
I was
disappeared on the John Oliver show and came back reeking like weed and had one of the best sets I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
One of the best sets I've ever seen.
He can do that though.
I can't do that.
When I got past the cellar, I'm maybe there for like 3 months at the time, and I'm still drinking, but I'm like very worried about doing well at that club. I was like hyper focused on like, I gotta do great. It was the weekend, and Big J comes down in the stairwell. He's like, you going up soon? It was the late show. He goes, let's take a couple hits, come on. And I go, all right, fine. Now usually I'll smoke like at least 30 minutes before the show. This was right before I was going up. And so I take a hit, I'm like, all right. And then they bring me on stage. I remember this vividly. I did a new joke that had been working. And this girl in the audience gets up to leave, and I go, oh, miss, where are you going? She goes, I heard you do this last week.
Hey.
She waves me off like that. She goes, I heard you do this last week. And I'm like, yeah, well, what do you go to a concert and they just jam? And I'm starting to spiral. And then Bill Maher and Esty walk in the room and go to the side where they like, so now the Booker and fucking Bill Maher are just sitting there. And I'm like, I gotta kill, but I can't do shit that maybe some people have seen. So I'm like going to my Rolodex, and it was just.
That's the worst when you bomb in front of people who make very big decisions in this business.
Yeah.
I've eaten dicks in front of like club owners, bookers. I bombed out my late night. What was it? Live at Gotham.
Yeah.
You know how they gave you 7 minutes?
Yeah.
I finished my audition in 5.
Yeah. And thank you.
Did Esty talk to you about this?
No.
That didn't even come up.
And then Bill Maher later was like, hey, like said something or whatever, and I was like, there's no way you thought that was good.
Yeah.
Because I was scratching at the walls. It's for anyone that works at like a regular job or a place outside of comedy. If your boss just sat down next to you at your desk and was like, why are you doing it like that? And you're like, I don't know, because I'm extra nervous that you're sitting next to me. Than if you were high. So recently and my fiance laughs because I come home from doing stand up not high, and I'm like, it went great.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's
crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
What's the recipe?
Yeah.
Maybe you weren't fucking loaded on stage. Just being like, what'd you say, man?
So.
Dude, when I got off too, I ran into Strip.
Oh,
What did he say?
He was like, I was like, yeah, he's like, what happened up there? And I was like,
Joe does drugs.
I'm so high right now.
Joe does a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
And he forces it on us.
Oh my
It was
God.
so, and he brought, he was like, I go, what did you, because later on I got to, time went by.
Sure. And
He's
then
like,
and it worked out.
It worked out, but
Yeah.
I was like, what did you, like, what, he was like, I didn't know what was happening.
Oh.
I was like, I'd heard about you, like, your name.
Yeah.
And then when I saw it, I was like,
It's so bad. But I do feel like people that watch comedy a lot, like these Dave Stroops of the world and Adam Egget, they know what's good and what's
They
bad.
kinda do,
and they
yeah.
can tell if a guy is probably good, but having an off, something's not right that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You can usually tell what level somebody's at.
Yeah,
Because
you
they can have a bad
you see
day.
that you're like, oh, there's someone proficient, but he's
Something's
off.
wrong.
Going
He's
first
high.
and locking up.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
God.
Going first is tough already.
He made me do it. I would say made me because I'm going to blame him.
Yeah.
But I remember we did a theater in Vancouver, also in that era, like 07, 08, 09, something like that. And he was like, hit this. And I was like, and I did. And then I went on there. And I didn't bomb.
Yeah.
But I was so like, like you hear, like, I was like,
Yeah.
like during the set, just so jittery. And then
Yeah, because you got squirrel energy.
I got off and I was like, oh, sorry about that. And he was like, what? I was like, I didn't feel good. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I was hearing things. He goes, those were applause breaks. I was like, no.
That's like the opposite of the Stroop
Yeah,
thing
I
where
was
you're
like, no, I was hearing other stuff. And he was
so
like,
that
that
was
was
awesome.
great. I was like, no, I don't enjoy that. I can't do that anymore. Like, that was too much for me.
Montreal, I think it was when I met you in 2012. That was like one of the times we met. Montreal 2012. Ari was like, hey, I'm doing a storyteller show.
And there's a lot of drugs.
And we're going to eat mushrooms. And everyone's going to tell a story about when they ate mushrooms. And I was like, done. He's got them in the green room. We eat them. And then he comes back to me and goes, it's only me and you that are eating them. Everyone else doesn't want to do them. And I'm like, what? Why? Why now? And I go, can I go first? Because I started, when he said no one else was doing it, I was like,
to get like,
okay, but you got a host. So who am I to hang out with?
Yeah.
And he's like, just do your story first. And I went up there and it was going it was at the Cleopatra.
Yeah.
You know, that like strip club that's upstairs? It was going so well. And then a light under the stairs that lets people know where the stairs are turned on, turned off, and turned back on.
Oh, no.
And it was like that. It just
freaked you out?
Fucking, I was done. I started bombing and I got off stage. Second I started bombing, I was like, all right, I actually am on mushrooms. I gotta go. I'm gonna go take a walk and listen to music.
That's a nice
That's
way
even
to, you
funnier,
have to do
yeah.
that.
And then I did. I walked out of the Cleopatra and I just walked around Montreal listening to my iPod.
Yeah.
If you want to see me bomb, give me some weed. I'm sure I will just eat shit.
That's kind of a fun idea.
I've even done shows where like it's a high show, like in Toronto.
Yeah.
And the room is just full of weed, and I got a contact high so bad that I couldn't even remember my set list, and
Yeah.
I had to like open my book and be like, dude, where am I? Like
When
I was
you-
forgetting punchlines because I don't smoke pot,
When you start scrambling and you're like, I remember there's
Fucking A.
Start to go fast.
Dude,
fast.
at the old Creek in the Cave, they used to do the show Midnight Run, and they would do those volcano bags, where you hit those huge volcano bags. And it was right when Macho Man Randy Savage died. And so they were like, come by and do the ghost of Macho Man. And so I hit the vape bag, and I went out there with those like silly sunglasses, and I was doing Macho Man, and I could feel myself about to pass out.
Oh, really?
Where I was like, dude.
Do you do a good Macho Man?
Yeah, but I was like, do not collapse.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of like, you're very much, and I just saw my eyes starting to close, and I was like, I gotta go. And I just left, and I sat in the back like, because dude, the last thing I needed was just to fall down in those glasses.
Oh man. What's the I haven't heard you do it, but you do a good Chappelle.
Oh yeah, we prank phone called Chappelle on Legion of Skanks.
You called him?
No, we prank phone called a Fox News producer that thought Louis J. Gomez had given her Dave Chappelle's number, but he had given her Dave Smith's number. It's on YouTube, and it's part of the episode, but I was just at home playing video games, and they were like, hey, can you call this lady as Dave Chappelle? And she fucking bit, dude.
She bit hard.
And it was like, I was trying to just keep talking about how important Louis was to comedy, but then I would just add different things in where I'd be like, I've heard he's got a very dangerous foot fish. I wouldn't show you toes if I was around him. And she was like, oh my God, I think I was wearing open-toed sandals. So she like thought she was talking to Chappelle.
That's great,
That's
man.
amazing.
Were you always doing him? Like,
I'm a massive Chappelle fan.
Sure.
In 2012 at the Cellar, I got blackout drunk and hung out with him, and I was like telling him old bits he hadn't done on any specials, and I think it freaked him out. And I've stayed away from him ever since. Because I felt that moment where I was like, I think this is a lot.
Too much.
I was like, do you remember you used to do the what white people eat bit was so much longer? And he was like, man, you know my bits better than I do.
Yeah.
But I had the coolest moment possibly ever in stand-up, speaking of cigarettes. At the Cellar that night, he got off stage and he came and hung out at the table. And he was sitting next to me holding a cigarette. And I was like, I always want to know what kind of cigarettes. I've been going to see you since I was 16.
Yeah.
I just want to know what kind of cigarettes you smoke. And he was like, oh, I smoke American Spirits. And he handed me one.
Yeah.
I was like, we're at the table at the Olive Tree.
Yeah.
Inside, and I go, oh, you want to go smoke a cigarette? And he goes, smoke right here. And I go, well, I can't because I need this place for rent. But you're Dave Chappelle. You can smoke here if you want to. And he goes, you can if Dave Chappelle likes your cigarette. And I looked at Esty, and Esty went like that. And I took, and I swear to God, by the third drag, every waiter and bartender was staring at me like, fucking Soder gets to smoke inside. And I was like, this is fucking unbelievable. And I took a couple hits and I put it in like the ashtray, and Esty was like, thank you. But I was like, dude, I got to smoke inside.
That's the ultimate measure of fame.
Yeah.
Is that there's literally places where they go like, the city will fine us and shut everything down, and police are going to come. And he's like, I'm Dave Chappelle. And then he just smokes. You're just standing in the hallway, and you're like, you can do this. And he's like, I can. And he just smokes.
It's amazing.
It's crazy.
I would put money on I bet he could smoke in a hospital.
He
Probably.
would.
Yeah, we'd be like,
Probably.
oh, that baby's about to be delivered. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Congratulations, it's a boy. I'm not supposed to be doing this so close to your newborn's face.
So true.
Well, damn, I can't believe you shoved that out of your pussy, lady. Your pussy is never going to be the same. He's just sitting there. He's hitting the baby with his knee, with the umbilical cord. Dave, can you knee the umbilical cord?
Yeah. It's crazy. I remember at the Comedy Store, just in that hallway.
Just ripping butts.
In the hallway. Just like
Crazy.
ripping cigarettes.
I know, but when you think back to like, it wasn't that crazy.
It wasn't that crazy.
20 years,
Yeah.
20, like 90s.
But to get away with that.
Remember you could smoke on airplanes? Like
I've never remembered
the
that.
best. When I would fly to like Hungary,
Yeah.
dude, you smoke the whole
International was
time.
crazy. International, what they would do is they would go,
It's
you're
the
in a
best.
big plane with, let's say, 300
you're in a
people.
tube.
Yeah.
They go, all right, rows 27 back are smoking section.
Yeah.
And like,
Row 26 is like, man, fuck you guys.
Oh, yeah. And then you just see smoke.
Plumes.
Just whole cloud of smoke and people back there just ripping the whole time.
Dude, and I love that because my parents didn't know I smoked, so I'd be on these flights and I'd be like, dude, like, I can say I was in the smoking section.
Oh, you blame it on everybody.
Yeah, so
The
good.
thing is, I think one of the big things about smoking too now is that everybody who wants to smoke goes, "Can you smoke here?"
Yeah,
right.
it's
Can
a
you?
stutter step.
And then like Dave, what he does is he just smokes.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Are you fucking crazy?" And he goes, "Huh?" And then you're like, then they go like, "That guy," and he's like, "Oh yeah."
Check my IMDb.
Yeah.
Hey, this is allowed. Stanhope was doing that for a while.
Yeah, you just smoke.
Stanhope
Don't
had
ask.
Stanhope had a great special that he filmed at Gotham Comedy Club, and he like changed the interior so it doesn't look like it. He goes on. It was a Showtime special, and he opens by smoking. He goes, "Yes, I can smoke because there's some flaw in your theater laws that because of that I can smoke on stage because you guys don't want to fuck up a version of a Tennessee Williams play." I think it's like the line that he said, and he's just ripping butts, and you're like,
I love it.
I want to get back to
You know,
that.
thinking about smoking, the only thing I would do differently if I could go back and do it again is buy multiple cartons at once because
Yeah.
Well,
you were broke usually when.
Yeah.
So was I.
So
and it was
stupid.
Like,
I should just buy multiple packs. I would only do one at a time because I shared the delusion that this might be my last.
Yeah,
Like maybe I'll quit by the time these are gone. I'm like, that never happened.
then you get to 3 cigarettes and you go, I gotta go get a pack.
Yeah.
Man, Bobby Kelly and his wife quit when I first started opening for him, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I don't know, we're done smoking. Come over to my house. I got 3 cartons," and it was like a cartoon cloud of dust that I was gone, and at his house, like,
Yeah.
let me get them. I don't care what they were. They were Parliament lights and these weird camel black packs with like a pink outline.
You just rip those up.
I mean, dude, 3 cartons in my freezer. It was the fucking best.
Remember when you were a real smoker and if you switched brands, it would give you a cough?
Yeah, and you'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I'm adjusting to these Marlboro mediums."
So gross.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like your body would get used to that
or
toxic.
judge, or like when you'd be like, "What do you got, Marlboro Lights?"
Yeah,
I'm a
ew.
Camel Lights guy.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
cross
Camel
over.
Lights was what I was into.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
I was.
love
That was
Camel
up
Lights.
until now. They're called Camel Blues.
Yeah, it's super gay.
I don't know why. Yeah, but dude, the second Russia's like, "We're gonna nuke you."
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
I'm back.
Call me Joe Camel.
You know, I had a
Hell
teacher.
yeah, dog.
I've told this before, but I had a teacher, a history teacher in high school, and Mr. Stein, shout out Mr. Ripken for peace. But he was like, he would just, a lot of times he would just sit and talk, you know, he would teach, just talk about life. And he was like, "What do I miss the most? Smoking." And he goes, "I'll tell you this, if I'm ever diagnosed with cancer, the next thing I will do is buy cigarettes and smoke them." And, you know, in high school, he was definitely in his 50s or whatever. And then I found out, you know, I'm out of college, whatever, they go, "Mr. Stein got cancer." And I was like, "Is he smoking?" They're like, "How'd you know that?"
I love a man that comes through on his word.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, Mr. Stein, sit down. We found a carcinogen. We found a tumor the size of a baseball." He's like, "Fuck, I know what I'm doing immediately after
Immediately.
this."
I just smoked.
Maybe that is the way to like.
He's like, "If I'm going out smoking."
You should put that on your chart so your doctors know where they go. Good news, bad news. What do you want first? You go, bad news, cancer. Good news, smoke again.
You smoke again. Yeah.
This thing is aggressive.
Yeah, you're not gonna last very long.
You got 3 months. I'd get your house in order, but also buy a couple extra lighters.
Yeah.
You're gonna need them.
Fucking going through.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of gay, you live in New York,
Yeah.
and you've worked in corporate America in a way, right? As an employee.
Oh, yeah.
Were you forced to watch this?
Now, you will watch a video about gender. The video is audio described for people who are blind or have low vision. In a classroom, 2 people present.
We're going to take 2 minutes to talk about gender.
Oh, this has nothing to do with me? Well, actually, gender does have to do with you.
Not to me.
Hold on. Everyone has a relationship with gender.
Whether you've thought about gender a little or a lot, it has impacted you. How you were named, what clothes you wear, expectations about what jobs you can do, and you get the point. Yep, every single person watching this video has been taught about gender from the very beginning, from birth.
So this video
Oh my God.
is the New York City Commission on Human Rights has been requiring businesses with more than 15 employees to submit workers to gender training. And so this training includes a mandatory video
Dude, I quit immediately.
that teaches that biological sex can be changed. But
It's just crazy when you take corporate speak because it's got the corporate feel.
I know.
of,
Yeah.
let's not get in trouble.
Yeah.
With what's supposed to be progressive ideas,
Yeah.
and you're like, so you're just making them worse.
It-
Like
yeah.
you're just making it cornier. And
there's no way to do this in a cool way. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to
No.
make it cool.
Yeah.
You know,
What if they just show a surgery of a dick getting cut off?
that,
from there?
So
And
that
they're
would be the
Do I have your attention? Smoking a cigarette? Do I got your attention? We're lopping off cocks here. And you go,
They
what is this about?
split open.
Ah! And they go, you think that elbow skin is just an elbow? Wrong. If you're a lady who wants a cock, it's a dick.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
We
do
like
you-
to define people, right? So when people are born, society defines them by looking at their reproductive organs and labels them male or female.
What's up with that?
That's wrong.
Well, actually, it's more complicated.
well, let's just see.
Yeah.
If she has a big enough pussy, we're going to call her something else.
Oh, boy.
Dude, that is...
Wait, I'm learning. Hold on. It's more complicated?
It is more
Well,
complicated.
gender can be broken down into gender expression or
Right.
gender identity. Let's look at some gender identities.
I'm Sophie, and I'm cisgender. The majority of people in our world identify as cisgender, sometimes without us even knowing it. Cis means I identify with the gender I was assigned at birth. When I was born, the doctor said,
It's a girl.
and I still identify as a woman today.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Worked out.
The majority of
She goes,
I'm Mara. I'm also a woman. So when I was a baby,
man holds a blue blanket.
That's so funny. Hold on, pause that. How do we know that's a man? They've already broken their own rules. When they're talking to the blind people, the blind guy goes, I don't know, let me smell him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a man.
He's definitely a smoker.
Yeah, he's wearing perfume, but it's perfume for a lady.
The blanket revealing a pink one.
I'm a trans woman. I identify as a woman. Even though when I was born, I was assigned something different.
And if a basketball player flies me out to fuck him, I'm a secret.
Man who has deaf signs.
I'm Garrett. I'm a cisgender man. When I was born, everyone said...
People throw
put him in a river. He's defective.
This one doesn't work.
They go, yeah, this one's busted. What do you want to do?
You want to keep it?
You want to Moses him? We can put him in a basket and throw him in a river.
Hi, I'm Bailey.
Oh my god.
People surround Bailey with pink.
And I'm also a man, even though I was assigned female at birth.
People tear away pink to reveal blue.
I'm a trans man.
Hi, I'm C.
Hi, I'm Lindsay, and we're non-binary.
For me, that means I don't identify as either a woman or a man.
C and Lindsay are handed multicolored balloons.
And for me, that means I don't identify with a gender at all.
Lindsay tosses balloons.
I think the thing that I would be most bothered by is just having to watch this video.
That's what I was just thinking.
None of the messages in it, I would just be like, don't make me fucking watch this.
I know trans people, I know non-binary people, and I'm all down. I know them as people.
Yeah,
totally
all
down with
good.
them, and I'm 100% want to support them and make them feel as comfortable. When you bring in this shit, this feels like the video they showed us at Bed Bath & Beyond when I used to unload trucks, and they were like, "You guys are doing something good." You're like, "We're counting loofahs."
Yeah,
it's
that corporate fake feel.
Right, you guys are team. We're team players. And also, like, having to sit there and not be able to giggle as this was playing, that would kill my soul more than anything else.
That's the bonding exercise at a job. Is when you have to watch this and be like,
I know.
Okay.
You want to go, the fucking deaf guy?
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh, come on, clearly a guy." Just another deaf guy's upset. He goes, "Oh, but you don't do captions?" They're doing it for the blind guy, but no captions. Dude, this is wild. Because what it is they're like basically being like, we're going to set up traps for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you can get the thing about the left that's different than the right is the right has a hard point where like the second you're not with America, they're like, get the fuck out of here. But the left, they're like, I can out liberal you. I can out progress. I can out. It's always like I can be more progressive than you. And you're
well, also you know that like that this is produced just so somebody in charge gets to go, you know what I did? I made everybody watch a video that sucks. that shows how good of a person I am.
I love everybody. And then meanwhile, they go online and they're like going to porn stars' Instagrams being like, fucking slut,
Yeah.
what are you doing? By the way, guys, did you guys all watch the gender video?
That I produced?
That I made. It is so corny, too.
It's so corny. It's so bad. It's so shitty.
If you're going to make something like this that's going to step in it, fucking step in it.
I mean, let's call it out. Paul Rossi. Thanks, Paul Rossi, for your
you
shit
fucking
video.
dipshit. Yeah, can I say something? I would rather watch these two do the whole video.
Yeah.
And be like, you're looking at me and you're thinking, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Do you want to see it? And you go, I do want to see it.
My name is C. Is that annoying as fuck? Yeah. But that's what I've chosen to be, annoying.
I'm annoying.
Yeah, I'm annoying.
Am I going to roll my eyes when you say, excuse me, miss? Probably.
Yeah. Do you not know enough annoying people? Well, I'm one.
Here's a video chock full of them.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Man in a blue blanket.
I think it's also the complete like catering to it, like the tone. It's like everyone's great with this. Like I agree. There's no real through
At
line.
least
Like,
I'll give
feel
the at
real.
least they did the video, the part where she's like, most of the world's like me.
Mathematically, I know the numbers.
Yeah. You know, when you meet like a large group of people, they'll mostly be like me, but there might be a couple people.
But you got some outliers floating around. They should have a couple of those in the video where they go like that. Where they go, unlike C.
Like C.
Zingers, hey.
Just know at your barbecue, you're going to have to get briefed by your partner. There you go. What do I say? How do I say it?
Just call them C. C, like the fucking letter C. I should have that scene. You know?
Is that happening in Two Dark Titties where straight people are calling their significant other partner even though they're hetero?
When it happens, it makes me so mad because partner was our generation's version of roommate. Like back in the 70s where they'd be like, oh, my dad and his roommate. And he's like, oh, your dad's gay.
Yeah.
And then when we were growing up, it was like, this is so-and-so and their partner. And you would immediately be like, oh, they're gay.
Yeah.
Cool, whatever.
It just helps you like kind of...
Yeah. And now they go partner and a woman shows up.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I get so
put my hand through a wall.
Well, I was like talking to a woman who I've known, but I don't know her intimately. Like, I don't know her real close. But then she was like talking. She was like, "Oh yeah, my partner," and I was like, "Oh, I never knew she was gay." Yeah. And then
and you go like, even in that conversation, you go, "Hey."
Yeah. And then like halfway through, we kept talking. She was like, "Yeah, you know, my partner." His daughter. I'm like, whoa. Your partner's a man? She's like, yeah. I was like,
but what does he identify as?
What the fuck? I thought you.
And then they go, man in the yellow shirt. I was like, no, because they gotta do it for the blind people.
Oh my
Let me ask you something. If you're a cis man, do you need a plaid shirt, bulging muscles?
Yes, you do.
No room for tears. To love sports?
Man is throwing a football.
Yeah.
No.
Man misses
This
football.
might work for some and not others. Why?
Is this for like kindergartners or
There's
adults?
no one way to
That's the
express
problem.
masculinity
Yeah,
or femininity. That's for you to decide.
Oh god, shut the fuck up.
Man, where was this when I was in 8th grade and all my friends were calling me? Because I wouldn't steal from the fucking mini stop.
Right.
Where was this video where they go, some boys don't want to do crimes. And those boys just have morals. It's not, you know.
They're still boys.
They're still boys. They can still like football and not steal.
This is so it's what's the word I'm looking for? Diminishing or like
what
it makes you feel pandering. Yeah.
You feel it's
like don't talk to me like I'm a dipshit.
Yeah, be
I've
honest.
been on the planet Earth for the last 20 years, but they should show this to like 8th graders or like
it would be
whatever
under
sex ed banner.
Yeah,
And
do
you're
that.
like, oh.
7th grade, pop it on and be like, hey, listen, it's from the state. You get it. Some state programming.
A lot of you guys are assholes. I want you to watch this video, okay?
Listen, some of you guys have been calling Kevin saying he doesn't have the right parts. We're going to let you know he might, but he can also still be a boy. Anyway, I'm going to go to smoke. I got cancer.
Yeah, it's just really, it feels very condescending to be an adult.
Condescending, that's the word,
watch
yeah.
this. You're like,
where they go, do you know that
Yeah.
boys
Do
can
you
like
know-
boys?
Yeah.
not every man likes football.
Oh,
And you're
shit,
I know.
Sherlock.
Yeah, and
We're
those
adults.
are women.
Yeah.
You start doing
Exactly.
it. Start doing
Amen.
are we going to start coming back around with like, if you don't work in a factory and have calluses on your hand, you might be a lady.
I hope so.
It comes all the way around.
Well, here, let's lighten it up a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah, but get in that way. Get in that way.
way.
Bye. Ooh. Ooh. I can't wait for football season to be back.
I know, right?
I can't wait for football
Let's
to be
see.
back.
Is she okay? We have nothing available.
Dude, that is. Just rewind that. I want to see that one more
I
time.
know, that's really something.
The horse is like, yeah, right. Ooh.
Yeah, what is this? Like, you can't wave to a horse.
Yeah, the horse was like,
It's not going to understand
okay.
human.
The horse gave a look.
Doing
like,
the Oklahoma drill?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, meet me in the A gap. I'll meet you right here.
Yeah.
I'm getting that first down.
I fucking love
3rd
it.
and 1.
She's not the same, by the way. No
dude.
way.
No,
Not
way.
a
Trauma.
chance.
It's so
Not a
traumatic.
chance.
No, she absolutely can't.
That's like getting hit by a truck.
Yeah.
A truck hit her.
But you know what? I fucking hate horses and I hate horse people too. They can go suck it. I don't like it at all.
Wait, like, did you have a problem? Like,
I fucking hate horses. I've always hated
Your
them.
best friend.
My best friend likes horses. I don't like them. I've ridden them when I was young. I've had bad experiences. I got thrown off a horse when I was very little.
what it is.
They're too big.
Was this you as a
They're
child?
too smelly. No, I got thrown off the back of the horse and I almost got stepped on. And ever since then, I curse them like the gypsies they are. The fucking gypsies of the animal kingdom.
Yeah, they're scary.
Fucking horses.
You know what?
scare me.
I saw a tweet one time that
Hate them.
fucked my mind up. It said, "Could you imagine if horses were carnivores? The problems we would have."
Oh, yeah. It's really good.
Oh my god! I saw that tweet
Oh my
and I was like, "That
God.
stuck with me for
Like,
years."
I fucking got the dog.
Yeah, it's like, and it's like, and you're like, "It's okay." That thing,
Yeah.
just taking a bite after it knocks you out.
They're monsters.
They would
They're
have mauled you.
monsters.
Yeah. If they had sharp teeth and not those flat Hollywood
Yeah,
teeth.
stupid veneers.
Yeah, the veneer teeth.
The big Steve Harveys in their
They come
mouth.
They're all like, "Hey everybody, so my pilot got picked up." Every horse, guys, good news, we got a full season.
Yeah, he's got flies on them and their eyes
It's
and
sticky.
stuff.
It's very sticky.
Yeah, and they always get
Stupid
praised for their cocks, but honestly,
No.
go look at a whale dick.
Yeah.
Not.
Where's
Not
that lady
impressed.
jacking off that horse?
Oh,
I
dude.
hate that video.
I love that
Please
video.
don't show that.
You don't think Dan wants to see that video?
Dan, do you want to see
Can you
a
pull it
woman
up?
jerking
Okay.
off? It's
Yeah.
terrible. It's terrible.
Jay on the bonfire showed me the video of the guy dying.
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands.
Yeah.
That
Iconic.
noise.
Yeah, that's what I talk about on stage. It's one of my favorites.
That noise.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, that's too much dick. Yeah. Oh, I thought I could take all you can eat. I can't.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Dude, animal. Do you think I
Yeah.
could take it in my vag? Yeah, you could take it in your
Your
vag.
vag, you
Horse
could, yeah,
dick,
but also
not
it
in your
would
butt.
still perforate.
I mean, it would
It would
bust you
rip
up.
your vag because how
totally.
big is a horse cock? It's like a baby's head
But
going
here's the
in.
thing. You can't.
The thrust of
Like
it.
an older lady once
Thrust.
told me to slow down. You can't tell a horse that.
Yeah.
You can't be like, hey, take
Slow
it easy.
down, buddy.
Just sugar
Yeah, he's not
cubes.
gonna ease in.
No, he's just gonna like get on you.
Because that's what happened to Mr. Hands.
Yeah, it's too
He
fast.
got up in the stirrups
Yeah.
and then he was like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He got a little taste.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
like, ooh.
But think about those
Yeah, he
hind
could have gone into it
quarters.
slower.
Wham! Yeah, that's what he was like. Ah!
Oh, son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Just
Perforated colon just destroyed insides.
Whoever, the first name of whoever was in the room.
Yeah.
was like, oh, Marty. Marty, you're going to have to help me out.
Back him off, back him
Yeah.
off.
It reminds me of that classic E-Bombs World thing
I
of the
missed
guy
that.
playing with the katana swords. And he goes, now see here, right here. Oh, the tip just got me, Odell.
Yeah,
Oh, the
yeah.
tip just got me.
Yeah,
I'm bad. And
I'm
then you
bad.
see Odell come in and go, folks, we may need emergency surgery in the studio. Yeah, 'cause you get a horse just, because that's what it is. It's all
have
power.
it?
The power
Go
behind
check this
it.
out.
It's the power of love.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, her face. Look at him. He's like, oh, bitch.
I hate it.
He's like, oh.
How do you
how
not
happy
want
she
to?
is.
You don't want to see a horse come? Who
Dude,
are
he's
you?
like, ha ha,
I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
I love my biggest Instagram thing that I like right now is black dudes are doing voiceovers for animal videos. Non-stop hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's really funny. There's a couple comics that are doing it, but you just find me like, oh hell no, oh this bitch jacking me off. It's like shit like that. I would love to see this video score because he's like, oh.
Stop. I don't like it.
Oh, dude, that's what you want to
Look
get.
how happy it
No,
is.
tell
Dude,
them the truth.
horse
Tell them
face.
the truth.
All right, I have to tell you the truth.
What is it?
It's just getting its belly rubbed.
God damn it.
I know.
Yeah.
Because honestly, this woman's partner would immediately you come home and you'd be like, I want one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever you gave fucking Mr. Sprinkles,
Yeah.
give me that one.
I'll bend over.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? I'll get my teeth out.
She's too happy too to be Jane as D.
Yeah, you're right. That's a
Terrible.
sadistic bitch.
Yeah, I don't
if
like
she's
that.
Yeah, she's like, I always go to the barn and make the horses.
You guys want to see it? You guys want to see the horses stomp around?
Imagine if it's like your first date and she's like, oh, want to come to the barn with me? You're like, yeah, sure. She's like, check this out. You're like, holy fuck.
Oh, she's like, I'm gonna hop the stall. You're like, what are you gonna do? what do you do? Oh my god.
And then you have to be like, that was super cool.
Yeah,
That was cool.
And you're like, shake my hand. How strong is your grip?
Yeah.
You just want to feel how good a grip is. You're like, damn, you can
Wow.
fucking. I bet you could wing a football.
Would that be a deal breaker for you? Hold on, it's us on the first date. But you've known me a little bit. It's 2005, and I'm like, babe, I love horses, Tom. I want you to see what I can do with this one.
Well, here's what I would do: is I would be like, I want to see how crazy this bitch. Like this bitch is nuts.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. She's crazy, and I'm 100% staying on this date for wherever this ride is going.
the story.
I'm not thinking about like long term. I'm just like, this bitch is wild. She just
Yeah.
jacked a fucking horse off, and we just got here. Like,
And it's date one.
Yeah.
You've known each other a little bit, but you're like, I want to see what I can do.
I mean, I would be like, I'm gonna use the register. She just jacked the horse off.
Immediately change your name in his phone to Sugar Cubes.
Yeah.
You're like, Sugar Cubes.
Whole glue gun is in over here.
Hey Elmer, is you gonna fucking get him going?
And that would be so bad for me because you tell everybody my reputation would be
yes.
destroyed in the comedy
Everyone would be
scene.
like, they would be
Christina
like,
jerks off horses.
They would be
dude.
like, nah, come on. And I'd be like,
She does.
bro.
She took me to the barn. I'm telling you.
I thought she was gonna go brush it. I thought she was gonna brush the horse.
We went to Calabasas. She found it.
That's where all those assholes are.
I had the apples. I was like, what do you want me to do? She said, just wait right over
I thought
there.
we were gonna ride it. I was like, where's the saddle?
She just
gets on it.
and she was happy about it.
That load was massive. Like, remember Super Soaker 200s? Not even the 100.
Yeah.
Remember the 200s?
Came everywhere.
It made this noise again. The air was pushing out air.
And then she just wiped her hand on the towel. She goes, let's go get some lunch. And I was like, what?
Yeah, because those women that are in like the dog fucking videos and all that stuff, they have eventually they have to tell somebody.
They have to tell somebody. Yeah.
You can't.
You can't keep that a secret.
You can't fuck dogs and then just be like,
oh, I don't like that.
I had a
either.
stage.
No, dogs are sweet, innocent, loving creatures.
You were fucking dogs in the stage?
I would never fuck a dog. I have a sweet dog, and if anyone ever touched her inappropriately, if they expressed their anal gland too hard, I would John Wick that entire place.
Fuck yeah, dog. Fuck
Don't you fucking touch my sweet.
Fucking touch my dog.
My sweet little baby.
Here we go. Doing a little karate here.
Oh!
Retards.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That
I
was
like that.
awesome. That guy completely deserved it.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Right away, he's like, you okay?
Yeah. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to plate up here, bro. Like.
Also, to have the whole foot coming at you.
Yeah, this is fucking so not thought out.
dumb.
Thank you for doing that,
Bro,
fellas.
or hold it like to the side. Maybe?
Yeah.
But also, if you're the kid that kicked, you kind of leave there going like, so don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Just let you know.
what can happen. You know what can happen.
I'm gonna swing that thing and I'm gonna fucking blast.
It's on video. If you remind me.
He caught shrapnel. Imagine he caught the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of something I would have done. That's something I would do.
That one I pulled off TikTok. That was making the rounds.
That's a good one.
That one is on the fence for me in terms of like, okay, he's not killed, he's not hurt. It's something you could see yourself doing as a younger
it's the
person.
embarrassment of hitting and then sliding. Where before he hit the water the whole way down, he's like, "Fuck, dude."
Yeah.
I look like an idiot.
Also, like I was bracing for the head hitting the thing,
Yeah.
and also for this not being deep enough.
Yeah.
Both things had to go like.
Because most of the time when that happens, the end of the video is like them bent.
Yeah.
Being like,
or you go, and they go ding, and you're like, oh, right in the head. Yeah.
No, this is fun because you go like he climbed out of that and then went up there and was like, oh,
He's like, I'm a fucking idiot.
No. Oh.
Good. Deserved. Retards. I hate this.
You hate rock climbing?
I hate horses. I hate rock climbing. The worst is free climbers.
Dude.
Fuck cave divers.
I feel like you're
Fuck
subtly
all
taking a
this.
shot at my home state of Colorado. I don't like people that come up through high altitude.
Fuck high altitudes. I hate high altitudes.
You're like, I'm just gonna say this. The
Have you
Denver
gone rock
Nuggets.
climbing?
Fuck it.
I mean, dude, here's the thing. I am such a lazy stoner that being from Colorado was 100% wasted on me.
Yeah.
It was. I should have been from like a low valley of Ohio.
Yeah.
Where they'd have been like, I could have been a hill person.
Sure.
I never did any of that shit, and I hated it. And I resented it when my mom's boyfriends would take me to
I don't have any interest in rock climbing. I mean, I've done
Zero.
it. Like with
I respect it.
I respect it too.
I respect the hell out of it.
I think
too.
it's stupid.
It's not easy.
On a level, it is dumb, but I respect the hell out of those people, especially.
The free climbing is
That's
suicide. You want to die. Just kill yourself.
It's like the
honestly.
deep, the free breath. What is it called? The
free diving.
diving.
Those people too.
Like I held my breath for 4.5 minutes. And you're like,
Why?
why? You want to die?
God's like, there's too many people here.
Yeah.
I got it. Now, here's my question. You got the free climbers, right? And you got the horse jackers.
Yeah.
Who is better suited to please the opposite sex? Is it the horse jackers jerking off guys? Free climbers finger banging.
Wow.
'Cause they got
Damn,
some
real
great
skill.
They got some like
questions.
Strong fingers.
You know, they get
I
in
like
there,
how you're
grip,
thinking.
That grip is like.
Yeah, they get in there like and then the
Iron
horse jack.
fingers.
You're like, huh,
Maybe
whoa.
I think maybe it's just a perfect match. I don't know how you can put one
Let's
above
do
the
an
other.
app called what would be the app?
Yeah, something like
Free finger fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, giddy up.
Giddy up's great for horse girls.
But those free climbers are in such good shape because they're
They
just
are.
pulling their body
They are.
up
It's
and
insane.
up. So I'm going to take the whole package with the finger blasting as well.
They also
Because a
do
horse
this thing-
jacker doesn't have to be in good shape.
Free
Maybe the
climbers,
arm only.
They'll put their fingers
Oh my
into
God,
these like
I hate it.
little holes
Stupid.
like above a door frame,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
just pull their whole body up by two.
Nope.
I have to make a noise to get out of a chair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And these guys are like,
It's crazy.
but then they suck on land to hang out with. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're like, you want to get a pizza? And they're like, I can't.
Yeah.
I have to scale a 14-footer.
Yeah, yeah.
14,000-footer.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, this is a miserable hobby. But again, okay, I think I know. I hate the free climbers more than I hate these people with the ropes and stuff.
Yeah,
This is misery.
Oh.
Not only that,
The noise is fun.
when they scale these walls, then they have to set up camp somewhere up at the peak, right? And then they sleep in a bag that hovers over the mountain. You're like, and they're eating a power bar a day.
Oh,
How are you
yeah.
taking a shit up there when you're
I don't
in
think
the?
you do. I think you come back down.
Your body goes, oh, we're alive.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Shit
Why
again.
did we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how are you?
I did do the rock
shitting?
climbing wall at this place just a couple months ago. That shit is taxing us. I mean, it's
Dude,
unbelievable.
You just reminded me of the story. I used to go to this gym in Astoria, Queens called The Rock, and they had a rock climbing wall, right? They were very like, if you do this, you have to go talk to a staff member. You have to like, there was like a whole process. One day on like a Wednesday, I'm just like working out, and you just hear, whoop, just down onto the pads. This dude was just climbing and didn't tell him, and was like, fuck it. Like in the middle of his workout, like, I'll try this, and got up and fell back. Dude, they had to get the fucking ambulance.
No.
It was a scene. He was all right.
Yeah.
But dude, watching how mad the people were at the gym
That he did it on his
while
own.
they were helping him.
Yeah.
Like, don't move, sir. And he's like, I'm sorry. Using like that neck thing.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.
I thought I could do it because he got up pretty high.
Did he have
Yeah.
ropes at all on
No,
him?
it was
Nothing,
free.
just free.
He did it free. And
He
he
just tried to
thought it
freaking
would be.
fucking- and it
Because
was
you
those
don't
blue
realize,
mats.
I had the
Idiot.
thing. I was strapped in.
Yeah.
And once you're like 20, 25 feet up, even with your strapped in, you're like, fuck.
It's scary.
Yeah,
Shit.
you go like, oh, and you put your foot out to the thing and it misses. You're like, oh shit. And you're kind of like, you start to really tense up, I think, because you're amateur too. You're like,
Yeah.
shit. And then there's a bell. So you go up and I hit the bell. And then I go, what do I do now? And the guy goes, just let yourself fall. I was like, you sure? He's like, it's what we do all day.
Yeah,
like,
we got you.
Yeah. And then so you push off and you're kind of, you string.
Yeah, you do the little thing.
But
like,
even with that thing on, you have this fear of like, oh fuck,
yeah,
like this, I'm gonna fall and get hurt.
This Queens idiot was like, yeah, I can do this.
I do this.
Hey, what do you guys got? What is that? About 45 feet? I used to scale all the way into Shea Stadium. I fucking got this thing. And then it was the sound of the body hitting those blue mats.
Oh, man.
That I just remember being like, everyone in the gym was like, what the fuck?
What was that?
And then he's like,
like a horse just fucked him.
I got Mr. Hands.
Hey Tom, would you rather free climb or cave dive?
Free climb. Free climb.
Dude.
Those videos,
100 out of 100 times.
There's a story. One of the only times I've ever watched someone tell a story and I've gotten like crazy anxiety was Donald Cerrone was on Rogan and he was talking about how he would do cave diving and he got lost.
I know exactly.
Dude, I watched that waiting for a flight with sweat running down my head.
It was
I was
horrible,
like,
just from the story.
Yeah, and he was like, and I didn't think I could find my way out. And I was like, and they're like, now boarding. I'm like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
You gonna be okay, Donald?
And like he's just telling the story. It was
He's a
so
true
captive.
badass.
Yeah.
He's an old school, like he's from Colorado. That's a guy who's from Colorado. I'm a little bitch that's from the suburbs.
Yeah.
That's like, I like Sega better than S. Yeah. And this guy's like, I'm down there fucking climbing, dude. It was wild.
Now, every time I would rock climb over cave diving, 100 out of 100.
I might choose that too, but free climbing, not I'm saying free.
Cave because here's the thing, I'll free climb and be like, I'm probably gonna die, but I would cave dive and just go, this is a willful attempt to die. This is a suicide thing, and I would be the paranoia of the cave dive is much higher than the paranoia of I'm climbing high and I'm gonna fall.
Well, because climbing high, I think, and I'm with you on this. Cave diving, you're like, the whole time you're doing it, you're going, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
While climbing, you go like, you get up pretty high and you're like, I could make it.
Yeah, I could make it.
Yeah, there's
also
hope and air.
If I found
air's the
a
biggest
place
factor.
to rest on the free climb, I think I would just park there and cry.
Yeah, come get me.
Yeah.
And the guy just goes, zzz. And he goes, Tom, just grab me.
Don't drop me.
Come get me. Get me. Yeah, dude. I felt like that.
I'm tearing up thinking about cave diving.
Oh,
It's so awful.
It's horrible.
It's got to be the worst hobby that I can think of.
If you have any amount
It's
of
terrible.
claustrophobia, it's so exacerbated by what they do on that. I mean, it's just
It's terrible.
It made me think.
Makes me so uncomfortable
You thinking about
about
someone getting you on the climbing?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
One of the only times I've ever gone snowboarding. Like I said, growing up in Colorado was wasted
Crazy,
on me.
yeah.
I knew how to ski, but all my friends were into snowboarding in high school, and they were like, "Dude, snowboard, you can ski. You'll learn how to do this." And I was like, "All right, I'll go with you guys. I just want to smoke weed and get fucked up on the ride up." So I was like, "All right." And we get up there, and I'm wearing jeans and like a regular jacket, and I'm like, "Yeah." So just explain it to me, and they're like, "Hey, here's how you do it." I got lost, and I somehow ended up on the Black Diamond Moguls on a snowboard. You want to talk about someone come get me? I was just in between these moguls, and every time I tried to get up, I'd be like, "Oh fuck, do I take it off?" And my buddy somehow found me and was like, "Do not take your snowboard off. Like, don't. Just try to ride down. Come to the side." He like wanted me to go down to the side. But dude, I just remember being in between two moguls, being like, "Someone come get me. I don't want to do this anymore."
So scary.
It sucks.
It's so scary.
It's being stuck doing something you're bad at. That's also.
So, here, one more.
Oh!
Fuck, dude.
Oh.
He just lost all his teeth.
You know what, though? That's the
All
one.
his teeth.
I almost. Is that the end of the clip, or does it keep going?
No, it's it.
Because I would put money on the fact that guy got up casually and didn't realize how bad it was, and it's one of those things where it just starts going like, and then blood starts rushing.
Shooting out.
Because he hit the corner.
Yeah.
it's his head.
Did he get it though? Did he grind? Did he do it again?
Did you do the trick?
He got up there. Looks like the board. Oh.
He did it. Listen, let's give him credit, dude. He did it. That was gnarly. I don't like that at all, dude.
That's the thing.
It's like his
whole
face.
It's like this right here.
Yeah. God.
Sometimes though, what's amazing about humans, you gotta. Ooh. Sometimes humans will get up and be fine.
Yeah.
I know.
He could be.
He'll just get up and be like, it's like how drunk drivers survive crashes all the time because they're like, and skateboarders are sometimes the most chill people.
This dude either popped up and was like, "This is wild, I'm okay."
You guys want to go get in and out?
A couple hours later, he was dead.
Yeah. Where they're
One
like,
of the
the
two.
bleeding in his brain.
Yes.
We have to put him in an induced coma.
Well, thank God he's young. I mean, they're very pliable when they're young.
People are. Yeah.
Do you remember spills from when you were young that you were like,
how the
Head
fuck?
trauma. Remember head trauma.
I remember being drunk at my buddy's house in high school, and he had a trampoline. And I was jumping and I went the wrong way and went off the trampoline and got folded, like on the ground at my friend Justin's house, and just got back up and was like, "What's up? I'm fine." It was like a little wobbly.
You remember Red Rover?
Yeah.
I remember doing that in the outside in the pavement for recess.
Yeah.
And when I got to it, just got clotheslined and back off the head where you're like, and then thinking like, oh, this is a concussion or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, just rest here.
Yeah. But that was football too. You played football.
Yeah.
You get popped and you'd be like,
Ding.
"Don't be a pussy."
Yeah.
I remember
Stars.
When I was a sophomore, we would have to in linebacker practice, we'd have to be the running backs for like the seniors.
Yeah.
We're just men.
Yeah.
I remember this guy, Doug Hyndman, hit me so hard that I blacked out.
Yeah.
I just blacked out, was standing up, and they're like, "You all right, Sutter?" I was like, "I'm fine." And I was just walking the wrong way, and they're like, "This way." And you're like, I
You're
was
not
definitely a
okay.
concussion.
Yeah. We had right before I got to the school that I ended up transferring to, they said they had like a sadistic athletic director.
Yeah.
And he used to like to take freshmen and seniors. And just be
That's
like,
men versus boys.
Yeah, he's like, just hit them. Just to watch those kids get lit up. Oh
my God.
Fucking crazy guy.
Yeah. And then now those kids are snapping and murdering their families.
Yeah.
And you go, "What are they saying?"
Yeah, because this fucking sicko. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Go Panthers. And then you're like, a kid fucking, yeah, man, that was the head trauma you get when you're little.
But you're also so fearless when you're little.
You don't know anything.
And you're smaller, you're closer to the ground. Like, I just remember getting on a skateboard at like 8, 9 years old and just going down hills, being psychotic, or getting on dude, my dad would just have shit in his garage. I'd hammer together like a piece of wood and then 2 sticks and then put wheels on it and just fly down the fucking hill in the streets.
Remember sledding?
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
how fucking crazy you'd go sledding?
And that's a cool Colorado thing.
I mean, that was the thing where you were like, let's
that's the
get
best,
going.
dude.
Where you would find ways.
You'd find someone that house was on a hill somewhere. They had like or a hilly backyard.
We had a hill. I was a busboy at Red Robin.
Oh, great establishment. Great burgers.
Great fries.
Great fries. I love Red Robin, yeah.
It's still there. Shout out Park Meadows Mall. There's a hill in the back, and we were all like 15 and 16 busboys, and we were taking the huge food runner trays.
Oh, fuck yeah,
with the slick
dude.
under, and then going under, and dude, I biffed into the fence one time, and then like the manager came out, and I had to act like I wasn't wobbled. He's like, "What are you guys doing out here?" And I was like, "I'm coming, Scott." I remember like going in by the trash compactor and being like, "Dude, I fucking ran into the wall."
Yeah.
I was just fucked up. But yeah, you
could pick up real speed on a sled.
Yeah.
God, you could get going. Sledding now. I wonder if it's changed with kids.
Dude, you know what I used to fucking do? I just remember this. As a teenager, I would put on my roller skates, and then around the neighborhood, I would let my dog pull me.
That's awesome.
On roller skates, bro. Like,
I would still do that.
I'm 12, 13, 14, 15, and I'm just going so fast.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, you can bump up on anything. A rock could have taken me out. I was going so fast with that dog.
And your dog's having the time of his
I
life.
know. It was so much fun. I would never do
Your
that
dog's like,
now.
"Oh my god, this is in my genetic program."
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I got it.
Fucking.
And that noise under the fucking asphalt. Like,
Yeah.
like, do you remember sketching? Where people would grab onto cars with rollerblades?
Oh, no.
Did you do that? I never did. I was too big of a pussy, but I had friends that did it.
No.
My friends that were like actually good
Back to
at
the Future,
rollerblading.
like in that movie?
Totally. But also they would just grab onto like a bumper at like a stoplight and see how long they could hold on for. And
Oh
you're
my
like,
God.
You're
crazy.
wild.
That's crazy.
Suburban kids they're dangerous in a different way.
Yeah.
It's boredom that leads them
Yes.
to be like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
I got nothing
For
going
sure.
on.
Yeah, that's terrifying to even imagine. I would have held on, and like as the car was going, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm scared."
Yeah, a couple of my friends, it was never anything crazy, but they would like hold on for a little bit, and then as the car, or like, dude, if the car stopped, there's videos you can find online of people trying to sketch and like.
Don't you remember just picking up such speed on a bike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're going, I'm going to go as hard as I can, and then you're going downhill, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm doing 45 miles an hour right now. And you're
So
like,
fast.
holy fuck!
I remember
you
one
just
time-
like.
I remember trying to impress one of my friends who's down at the bottom of the hill riding my bike, going no hands, and then all of a sudden I just saw the handlebars go like that. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, biffing on a bike with your knees and your
Speed wobbles.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, dude, the hottest girl in our neighborhood. One time I was riding my bike. We were all riding our bikes, and my friend threw a hockey stick, like a javelin, and it just went perfectly into my spokes in the front wheel and flipped me over. And it's one of those things where you get rocked.
Yeah.
But the cutest girl in our neighborhood's like sitting there with her friends on her stoop, and I just got up. I was like, I'm fine. Just like walking back to his house, like, I'm fine. Nothing fucking happened, and I was out of my tits. I got jacked.
Oh my God.
Shout out Scott Thompson. That was an accurate throw.
Very good throw, man.
Oh my god.
You always act like a cool
I know.
fun
I
chick.
hung out. It was,
Good.
Yeah, I'm fine, dude. That's fine. And then you make like a cry noise. Where you're like, fine.
Yeah. Rips.
Or the worst. I mean, I've only ever been in like fist fights.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but to get punched in the stomach,
Yeah, it sucks.
and then you have to be like I'm cool. Like that's the worst pain to get punched in the stomach, get the wind knocked out.
Especially
of
if it's an unexpected, like if you don't know you're about to be.
Yeah,
someone
dude.
just clocks you. And you're like,
When do you
"Boys."
know?
Well, I'm saying if you're fighting,
Fuck.
you're fighting, your body goes into something different, right? 'Cause, like,
Oh,
you take
yeah.
a shot. But if somebody, like I remember in 5th grade, it was my first day, and these kids just walked up to me at recess and just were like, bam, and like
Oh
just
my
right, and I
God.
was like, so that was such an unexpected thing where you're
What
like,
is this? What you do here? Oh my god.
Yeah, getting that wind knocked out of you is terrifying because you're like, will I ever breathe again?
Yeah.
And then
What
you're
is
fine
this?
3 minutes later, and you don't realize
Yeah.
that you're gonna be fine because you're like, this is how life is.
someone's
now.
like, you crying? You're
Yeah.
like, I'm not crying.
And you're like, oh, sorry about that back there. That's your first that's the first feeling you get when you black out drunk and you wake up. Just getting your wind knocked out and you go like, hey, I was a little crazy back there.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
But do you remember even the games you would play? Did you guys ever play Buns Up?
What's
I
that?
think they call it Smear the Queer back in
Oh,
the day.
yeah.
But like you throw a tennis ball against
Buns
the
Up.
thing,
Buns
and then
Up is such a weird name for
it's
it.
a California game, and then whoever like fucked up or you lost the game,
Killed
you had to
the
go
guy.
to the wall,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you put your
buttball.
butt out, and then they
Yeah.
get to peg you with
That
the
was,
ball. It was so
and then there
much
was the
fun.
one kid that had the arm that you're like, God damn.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked
I
up by
wanna
that
get yeah,
kid.
dude.
We would just like, I remember where you just have a football and just run.
Yeah.
You just run.
Just in a
Everybody
field.
tries to tackle you, and you just fucking.
And then you'd see one of your friends get mean,
Yeah.
where you're like, never.
Yeah.
You're like running next to him, you're like, you never act like this.
Are you on testosterone?
Are you taking T-shots?
Yeah, you're fucking 10.
Yeah, it was the kid that was hitting puberty first.
Yeah.
Totally. Or dodgeball. That motherfucker, that kid with the arm in dodgeball would fuck you up with that red ball.
Savage.
I remember baseball when it went from coach pitch to kid pitch, fine. But then when kids got good at throwing,
Yeah.
I remember that first baseball season where you were like, oh, kids are throwing curveballs?
Heat now?
And heat?
Yeah.
And I remember being like, that's when I just started sucking. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was like, what are you guys doing?
Slow it down.
Guys, do like coach used to do.
Underhand.
And then I'll smash the shit out of it. Yeah, I got pegged in the ribs that baseball season. I remember being like, I'm good with baseball.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, that's.
thanks.
I sucked at t-ball, so I didn't even pursue baseball. T-ball, it doesn't.
I never
move.
even done that,
It just
dude.
sits there, and they're
That's
like, "Can
so
you
funny.
hit this?" I was like, "Not
Dude,
really."
fuck baseball. She was so boring. Like
It
playing
was
it in
boring to
PE, I'm
watch.
like, wait, what? I'm just gonna stand on this diamond.
All my friends were so good
At baseball?
and I sucked.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, you guys go. They're always on the
Dude.
All-Star team.
Damn.
Like my friends would be like, yeah, we're on the Cherry Creek All-Star team. And I'd be like, yeah, my season ended a little early this year.
I would have been.
I would have been. It's just I'm afraid of the ball.
Or remember that boy? There's always a boy and a girl in the class that are just good at everything.
Oh my
like
God.
the athlete, the
Yeah,
athletic boy, and
Johnny
the athletic
Jones.
girl.
Johnny Jones from the time.
John
kindergarten.
Jones.
Johnny Jones. From the time we grew up, just everything. You're
Crushed
like,
it.
Well, Johnny's going to excel at this.
Yeah.
I remember I played football all through middle school and high school. someone was like, I got Johnny Jones to sign up for football. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't know. He's good at basketball and baseball. I mean, immediately varsity. Started, playing corner and receiver. And you're like, oh, he's unbelievable at everything.
Yeah, just good at
So lucky.
Yeah. And then if you sucked at stuff.
Oh, that's
you always
bad.
suck at everything.
You don't want to be. You don't want to be that guy that's the best physically in the class or the worst. Because there's always a gangly fuck that can't do anything right. You don't want to be that guy.
I was right, like let's say best worst.
Yeah.
I was like right here.
Samesies, yeah.
And funny.
Yeah.
So that takes you to right here.
The personality goes far.
When you're at football camp and you're crushing on prank phone calls in the dorms.
Yeah.
And then you got all the badass kids and you're making them laugh. And you're like,
good.
all right, dude, that's what saved me in high school football.
Yeah.
Was I was like, I was the funny kid that could run into you fast.
Sure.
Was not good at football.
Right.
But that was it.
Everyone's like, I love having you around.
You're like, dude, Soder does prank phone calls.
Yeah.
Let's go hang out with him. And you're like, thank you, Jerky.
Yeah, that's the
Thank you
best.
for inspiring me.
That's the best. Listen, you should go see Dan Soder on the road. You should go to dansoder.com for his tour dates. Check out the regs with Louis J. Gomez, Robert Kelly, and Joe List. And don't forget that a new Dan Soder podcast is coming. We think maybe November.
Yeah, I think November 6th.
Be on the YouTubes, downloaded wherever podcasts are available. But you'll make more announcements about that soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, it was great to have you in here.
Thanks so much,
so
guys.
much fun,
I really
Dan.
appreciate you guys having me on.
Anytime.
Anytime,
So fun.
dude.
We'll talk to you soon. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you
Bye,
next
mommy.
time.
All the people who think you're tough, fuck you. You're a fucking pussy. You think you're tough? Fuck, man. Fuck. You're a grown ass pussy, bitch. I deserve a steak. I deserve right chicken. I deserve. I'm a man. Fuck, man. I deserve a steak. I deserve right chicken. I deserve. I pay for it. I deserve a steak. I deserve right chicken. I deserve.
We're going back on tour. All right.
We're going to be in Rochester, New York.
Yeah, then we go to Cleveland, Ohio. Then we're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 2 shows. First show is sold out. The second one still needs some people out there in Pittsburgh. Let's go, September 16th.
Boston,
Pittsburgh.
Massachusetts.
Then we play Boston. You know where we are in Boston, dude? We're at the Green Monster. In Boston, we're at Fenway. The Sox play. Then we go to D.C. Our founding fathers would love us there.
Love it.
Then where do we go?
Denver, Colorado, your hometown.
Yeah, no, I'm not from there. I'm from Chicago.
Sure,
I
you
do
love it,
love Denver.
but you love it there.
Then we're in Milwaukee,
Milwaukee,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
And then we're in my hometown, Chicago, Illinois.
where the creature lives.
That's right, in Chicago Theater City, come smack you. And then Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Is she coming?
Yeah, she is.
I'm gonna give her a hug.
And we finish it off in Madison, Wisconsin. Minneapolis and Madison, Wisconsin. So go to badfriendspod.com for those tickets. Where?
At badfriends.com.
Badfriendspod.com.
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 You two are bad friends.
Who are these two idiots?
White dude and Asian dude. You two are disgusting.
Well, you two are something.
We're bad friends.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it.
That's Trump on the
That's
indictment.
Trump. Yeah.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
Like, if you're going to do a mugshot, what mugshot would you do? Mine would be like this. It's going to be my license.
Let me see your mugshot.
Wait.
Oh.
You know?
This is my mugshot.
Yeah.
Ready?
You've never been arrested.
Yes, I have.
You have a mugshot.
I don't have a mugshot. I don't know what dictates getting it on the internet.
But where did you get arrested?
I was in college. I got arrested.
I don't care.
Really?
What'd you do?
It doesn't count?
It doesn't count college.
How does college not count? What do you mean it doesn't count? I'm an adult. I'm over 18.
Yeah, but you're practicing to be an adult.
I somewhat agree with the statement. That's
Yeah.
true, actually.
Yeah, you haven't worked out the kinks.
By the time you're 21, 22, then it's... When do you work out the kinks? Are your kinks worked out?
Yeah, at 45.
You think all of your kinks got worked out by 45?
Do I have a mugshot?
Do you?
No.
You're saying people that have a mugshot didn't work out the kinks?
Yes.
Oh, so you think...
What got your kinks, dude?
I'm kinked out.
Yeah, I know. You're already kinked out, dude.
But when I was 19, no kink. I was
you were riddled with kinks.
Kinked up.
Yeah, you're kinked up, yeah.
I got arrested when I was in college twice. Once for...
I was looking for myself, sir.
I was... do you have a mugshot?
Yeah, from a couple years ago.
Well, look, keep finding it. Let's find it.
I'm going to find yours.
I got arrested for fighting in public, and then I got urinating in public. Pissing outside of a bar. And they made me go to like sex ed classes.
Whoa, why?
Well, because they could register you as a sex offender if your genitals are out in public.
Are you really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
I should have had 52,000 fucking mugshots.
Trust me.
Yeah.
We've been battling them away every city we go to.
Yeah.
It's actually hard for us to deal with.
I mean.
No, but I got urinating in public, and I had to go to one of those. Oh, you know what I had to go to, dude? A class that DUI guys have to go to.
Oh, I love those ones.
Oh, yeah.
And the stories were horrific.
Yeah.
Like they would literally be like, I'm sure this is at meetings. Sometimes you experience this, where guys are like, yeah, I would get blacked out drunk first thing in the morning while I fed my kids breakfast and then drove them to school in the morning.
Yeah.
And I would hit stuff on the way home. And then I'm like, I was pissing outside of an Irish pub.
Yeah.
And it's like, why am I here?
Dude, I know a guy named A. He shared that he was a school bus driver.
Uh-oh.
What?
And he was blacked out drunk?
Blacked out drunk.
Yeah.
I think it was like elementary school kids.
Weren't they all when we were kids?
Right. But he drove off a canyon.
And what?
They all died.
Except for him?
Yeah.
So he lived.
Yeah. And he's all, you know.
Oh, he's a people.
Yeah. He's like,
what happened was I drove off a big canyon.
I'm kidding. I made that up.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But also,
I know why
I saw you backpedal. I saw you backpedal because I go, they drove off a cliff and he lived, and you're like, he lived.
I know. He's the first guy to probably go.
No, but there was. Wait, what do you mean? There's that girl. Look this up. That girl that just got sentenced to 2 consecutive 15 life sentences. Two.
Oh, the girl that goes, I need to go to college?
No. Oh, is that the same girl?
Remember, she's like, I gotta go to. I don't know what.
I gotta go to class.
And the cop's like, you killed 2 people, right?
No, this is Mackenzie Shrilla. Yeah, drove 100 miles an hour into a brick wall, killing her boy. It was her boyfriend and his best friend. She lived 100 miles an hour into a brick wall.
Let me guess.
Huh?
She was fat.
That's right. No.
No, be real.
Dude, look at how skinny and small. No, she's a tiny little girl. That's her.
Whoa.
2 life sentences. She got into a fight with her boyfriend, and this fucking lunatic drives her car into a brick wall with his best friend in it.
17, she was drunk.
Yeah.
Hasn't worked out her kinks.
She's full of kinks.
She's so full of kinks, dude, right?
And one of her kinks was
alcoholism.
killing her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
So I guess the rumor was they got into a fight.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll take this into my own hands.
But how
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, but how do they prove that?
Because this is...
If he's dead...
It's actually interesting you say this.
Yeah.
Well, there's proof that they were in a fight via the text messages they brought up in court.
Still, it's like...
And then they can prove her motive because these cars every car now, they've got these computers, right? Onboard computers that can tell when you braked, how far you braked, how fast you were going.
Yeah, there's
she
no
sped up before she hit the wall.
You know, brake...
Yeah, but if she was drunk, was she drunk?
No, I don't think she was drunk.
Oh, if she wasn't drunk, then that's
No,
it.
I don't think
I
she
don't
was
know why
drunk.
drunk came into my mind then.
Well, you would assume. She hit a brick wall going 100 miles
so
an
she
hour.
wasn't drunk?
No, I don't think so.
Fucking...
She didn't brake it.
Lunatic. But she didn't brake and she sped up. The car registered. She hit the fucking gas.
Yeah.
And then they hit the wall.
Now, when you did she go to coma or did she realize she was still alive?
No, I think she was fine right away.
Yeah. Then I would take charge and...
Oh, and kill yourself.
I mean, you...
Really?
Because her intention was to kill herself as well, right? Sit down.
What's on your forehead, Rudy? Rudy just walked in and she's got
It's a mole. It's one of those
No, this is a new pimple sticker. It's a pimple sticker. Carlos uses these too.
Oh, yeah,
There's a new thing. So Carlos is a teenage girl, by the way.
Yeah.
But he used one too. It's a sticker to put on a pimple. For how long? All day?
All day.
And all night?
You can do all night, all day.
Why does it work?
Why don't you do the star? Why does it look like a mole?
It's a poo.
It's a piece of poo?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the poo design.
Yeah, poo design.
Oh.
Blend it in with your face.
Yeah.
Otherwise I can see it.
Yeah.
Wait, this is so interesting. This is the hip way to cover up blemishes, so you're not as embarrassed.
Yeah. No, they work because I use this. You don't use the stickers?
I've never used the
Oh, they're the best.
No.
Those stickers work.
But I don't get pimpales anymore.
Well, there you go.
I mean, I had my fun. It already got me here.
But you have one. I mean,
Where is it?
What's this?
No, I've had this since I've known you. It's a birthmark.
I thought it was a forever pimple.
A pimple?
Yeah.
You think I got pimples?
Yeah, I thought it was a pimple.
By the way, I do have a pimple right below my right butt cheek. It's been there for so long.
Yeah, put a sticker on there.
No.
Why? I'll do it.
I let it rock.
Okay.
He's got his own personality.
Okay.
That's Concus.
What's his name?
Concus.
His name is Concus?
Concus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to be Concus.
He's Spanish. I'll let you meet
All
him
right.
someday.
Anyway.
He's a good guy. Rudy Jules is back in the house.
Yeah.
Hello.
What's in the tote bag? What did you bring for us?
Nothing.
Straight from school?
No, from work.
Work and school. Someone's grown up.
Wow.
And now she came to her other job. Let's see what's inside. Open it up.
This is my emergency bag.
What's in the emergency bag?
Okay.
What could be in there?
Tampons.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Face spray.
Yeah, for what do you mean? Just like mist?
Rosemary?
Yeah, rosemary.
Rosemary's nice.
Mints.
Yeah, you need those.
Allegra.
Allergies.
Yeah. Allergies.
Yeah.
Tylenol.
Okay, that's enough.
No,
Wait, I
let's
have
finish this
more.
up.
What are you, a
Perfume.
circus clown? There's 1,000 people there.
Another allergy
Yeah.
meds.
A streamer? A rabbit?
The toothpaste.
I love those.
Floss?
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Floss picks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, there's more.
Oh my god.
Pepper spray?
I don't have pepper
Why?
spray.
That's good.
That should be...
I have
All those
I have a
cosmetics to look
taser.
good and nothing to thwart off criminals.
I have a taser though.
Okay, good.
Oh, can we see it?
Not here. I forgot it.
Oh, that's always convenient.
Yeah. And then
I have a gun, but I
spray
never have it on me.
What spray?
for you when you poop.
That's poopery. We have that at the house. Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Very good. I don't have a bag. Do you have a bag?
I never carry. You actually used to carry fanny packs and bags. I don't carry anything at all.
Yeah, but it's all this stuff.
This is my wallet. This is all I have.
Yeah.
That's it. I have nothing
I
on my
have this.
person.
Yeah.
You never. You can't get anything from me. You're never gonna smash and grab me. There's nothing on me.
You do. I'm gonna say something to you. You have a talent. You have a gift, my friend.
What is it?
She's the best cleaner person.
You finally cleaned up all the cat puke and poop?
You're better than Mexicans, and I don't say
Wow.
All of them?
All of them.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty big.
They're amazing.
I would put my lady up against
Yeah.
her any day of the week.
I bet you're better at like jumping fences than Mexicans too.
Or going under them. Depends on how creative you are.
Yeah, I think you're Mexican. You're ultra Mexican.
I want to be Mexican.
Yeah.
Good.
She's so good.
And you can be anything you want to
You
be.
know what she
Told
does?
that.
Can I tell you what she does? That's special. Okay. So for me, my toothpaste, the tip of it always looks like, a volcano erupting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like coagulated and fucking, you know what I mean, jumped out. Where like it won't even come out.
Right.
Right, the paste.
Yeah. It's clogged.
She unclogs it.
Wow. And you clean around it, huh?
She cleans around it like it's a brand new little tip.
Let me just guess.
Go ahead.
Let me guess. You're one of those guys who doesn't push from the bottom. You squeeze from the middle.
Yeah.
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, why?
It's so funny.
Why is it funny?
It's just there's two kinds of people. Somebody squeeze in the middle and some push from the bottom.
Yeah. When I jerk off, I squeeze from the middle.
And I push from the bottom.
I know you do. And that's
I
why-
hold my nuts and
that's why women go blind.
Oh, because
That's why your wife has infections in her eye.
Well, first of all,
If you go from the bottom, you got to
she's
go
got
from
an
the
infection in
middle.
one of her eyes. We always fix one and get the other one.
I understand
We trade
that,
off.
right? But when you jerk off from the middle, right, it drops down.
Less can happen, right? Less trouble.
Yeah, less trouble, dude.
It's a smaller wave.
It's a big small wave. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
You squeeze from. Let's see. What else is like this? When you put toilet paper, when you run out of toilet paper, you don't put it back on the rack. You just put it on a counter on the side or something.
I don't put
He
it up.
doesn't-
I don't have to.
Right.
I do this. I look. Oh.
You only bidet. You don't pat with
I
toilet
do,
paper.
but it's always. Oh fuck. And I do this a lot.
So you're
Around the
waddling.
house.
Yeah.
My pants down, right? Clenched cheeks. You know what I mean? Going to the cupboard.
Yeah.
To get. And I won't even bring the whole thing over. I'll just take it from the cupboard.
You'll wipe there.
No, I'll bring it back.
You go all the way back to the bathroom.
Right.
Wipe.
And then if it wasn't enough, I do the trek back to the cupboard.
With pants on the ankles, wobbling.
Yeah,
around.
yeah, wobbling around.
While
That's who I am.
Toilet water is dripping
Yeah.
out of your ass.
I'll tell you another thing, all right? Peanut butter. Dude.
I love it.
What do you mean?
It's so good.
What do you mean?
Peanut butter, dude,
Is the best.
I enjoy it.
TJ Miller has a great peanut butter.
TJ Miller makes peanut butter.
You don't know that?
No.
He has the best peanut butter in the business.
What is it called?
He has varieties.
That's TJ Miller, the stand-up comedian, has chocolate cherry peanut butter.
Bro, I won't eat any peanut butter unless it's TJ Miller brand, my friend.
Are we reading an ad for this?
No, I'm not reading an ad. I don't even want to even talk about it because I want it to be a secret.
Peanut butter?
It's the best peanut butter in the market.
Why would it be?
Because he puts stuff in there that you wouldn't think that peanut butter there should be.
Toffee.
Give me an example.
Like cherry, dried cherries.
In peanut butter.
Yeah.
But I just want peanut butter.
Well, then you go and get Jiffy.
No.
Okay.
Who do you think I am?
Well, what do you get?
Jiffy?
Jiffy. What's it called? Jif.
Choosy moms choose Jeff.
Yeah.
By the way, what a white phrase. Choosy moms choose Jeff.
Yeah, it's a Karen saying that.
That is a Karen.
Yeah.
What other slogans are Karen slogans?
By Menon.
Okay.
That's the only one I know. Slogans. I don't
Burger
know.
King.
Yeah.
Have it your way.
Yeah.
That's Karen.
That's a Karen.
What's Target's slogan? What is the slogan for Target? Target is a general expect more, pay less.
Expect more and pay less.
That's a little bit of a Karen
Yeah.
phrase. Yeah. What else?
Wow.
What's Walmart? What's Walmart's
What's Walmart?
catchphrase? I feel like I don't know any of these catchphrases.
Me either.
Save money, live better.
Do you know why? Because back in the 70s, right? Rice, Aroni,
The
a San Francisco treat,
ding,
right?
ding.
They used to have music.
Yeah.
By Menon.
Right.
It's a song, right?
Jingle.
These lazy jingles, dude.
Jingle jangles.
These pieces of shit.
No jingles.
They just write it down.
Well, this is the problem. This
Save
is
money,
why
live better.
This is why the jingle union is.
That's why you
Let's
guys
come up with a jingle.
Do you guys know McDonald's?
Let's give Walmart a fucking jingle.
That's right. He's right. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah.
Love ko to.
I'm loving
Wait,
it.
what?
Shush.
Let that
What?
What?
That's the
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
love ko to.
Love ka to.
Let's all.
Okay.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Love ko to.
What the fuck?
What the fuck
are
is
you
it?
talking about?
Yeah.
That's in the Philippines. That's
Love
like
gato.
Yeah.
love ko to.
That means I'm loving it.
I love this.
No.
No,
It's
no.
the phrase is I'm loving it.
Love ko to.
I'm
I'm
loving it.
Wait, love. What's that?
Love.
Okay, you have
So
love.
love is love?
Yeah, love.
Love
What's
gato.
gator? What's gator?
Ko is me.
Ko.
To is
Your
that.
toes.
That.
I love the feet. That's what she said.
Oh, I love the beat.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I love the beat.
Not the
That's
feet.
what
Yeah,
you said the toe.
Love ko to.
Love gato. No, the phrase is I'm loving it. You're saying it's I love this?
It can be either way.
No, it can't. No, it can't.
Maybe they don't have the fucking words.
Then
in
you
the
don't. Then you make up your own song. That
It's the same
Philippines-
company, dude.
Doesn't matter. They don't have the same menu.
Yeah.
They serve bat over there. They have bat burgers. They have a bat burger, a double, what is it called? A big bat? The Big Mac, big bat?
Yeah.
Big bat. Get yourself a big bat. Look at the McDonald's in the Philippines menu, by the way. It is different than here.
Yeah, what is it?
She knows. You've told me before. It's all different.
Okay, let's do it then.
What's on it? Look at the size of those fries.
Look at the, they have fucking, like a
single drumstick.
A drumstick with
Yeah,
bone in it.
But it might not be chicken.
Is it bone?
Yeah.
Is there a bone in there?
There can be bone or there can be no bone.
One piece chicken.
Wait. Sometimes I order that and I bite into it and I go, there's no bone. Is that what you're saying? They fucking fuck me with a bone.
It's a surprise.
Wow. And then what? And then sometimes there's a bone.
Yeah.
What animal is it?
It's not a chicken.
It's not a chicken.
It's not a chicken.
That's a huge bone. Yeah.
Bats.
Yeah, it's bat bone. That's a bat wing.
Bat bone.
Go up a little bit. Let's see what else is on
What else do
there.
they have there?
A lot of fish. A lot of fish and fries, fish and soup. Fish and soup. Right down below, there's a soup one.
Fish and
Spicy
rice.
McChicken, McDough, and fries.
What kind of fish is it? Let's be real.
What is going on?
Oh, yeah,
there?
what kind of fish is it?
Have you ever had a sandwich from McDonald's?
No.
From La Gato?
No.
Interesting.
But you know, McDonald's it's expensive there, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
How much? What do you mean by that? Like,
Like-
what's the price of a burger? Like the same price as like a house or something?
No, like for us there, it's expensive. Like you only go there if
Right,
you like
'cause
celebrate.
when we went to the Philippines.
So if you're fancy, you go to McDonald's. That's a rich person's restaurant.
Kinda, yeah.
Wow.
We went to McDonald's when we were there.
Yeah, we did. And also,
Chicken McDo with
the first time
spaghetti.
I went to the Philippines, I was with her family, right?
Yeah.
And we're like driving down, we park, and I go, yo, I'm gonna go to the Starbucks. And they're like, no, we can't go in there.
Oh, they're not allowed.
And I go, why? Is it Four Seasons? They acted like it was like a Four Seasons. No, we can't afford.
Oh, Bob.
They
You
go,
were like, I'll pay for everybody.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll buy a Starbucks.
But they acted as if it was like for privilege only, right?
Yeah.
How much would a cup of coffee be there at Starbucks?
I don't know.
What's the money again? What's the money? Baht?
What?
What is the money?
Peso?
Bats.
What? It's peso? You have pesos?
Yeah.
What? Like just like these guys?
Yeah.
Well, except you're on the euro now, huh? Scum. Couldn't hold out, could you, bitch?
But when we went over there, yeah, it was like fancy.
Peso.
Fancy.
Yeah, but now when you go there now, you eat it. You drink it.
Yeah.
How many pesos is a cup of is like a latte?
A latte, maybe 500 pesos?
And how much is 500 pesos to $1? $8. Wow, that's much more expensive than America.
Yeah.
What's a latte here? I don't actually. What the fuck? I have no
$5.
idea. $5, right?
$6,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So it's not that much more.
Yeah.
I guess that.
But still, it's
that's
like,
a lot of money.
But they
for
didn't
that.
even go in the building.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But I forced them.
You made them all go.
And guess what?
Everybody got a
Starbucks-
cake pop.
Starbucks?
Yeah.
Kick them out. Out. No homeless.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, guys, I'll get it for you. They waited outside.
No, they're talking to you as well. They probably thought you were homeless. That's a funny thing. People in America with money always look homeless.
They have spaghetti there, too.
How is the spaghetti at McDonald's?
It's just like Italy,
It's
dude.
got to be so good.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
By the way, Italy,
Mamma
spaghetti
mia.
is from the Philippines.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, it is.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Have you tried
Spaghetti.
Filipino spaghetti too, Andrew?
Have I tried Philippine spaghetti? Where?
Jollibee.
Jollibee.
I've never done Jollibee. We've talked about it on the show. I'm
Yeah,
never going to order it.
yeah.
Why not?
Because look, when you end up looking like that guy.
Yeah. That guy's a white guy.
Yeah, he was handsome.
That guy was a white,
he was a handsome white guy.
He ate a fucking Jollibee fucking spaghetti, and look what happened. He has jaundice now.
Yeah. It turns out everyone that's eaten Filipino food turns out
Look at
Asian.
him. Yeah.
That guy.
The Filipinos used to be white people.
Tell me this isn't related to someone that you know. Come on.
Who?
This guy. Look at this guy.
Me?
Yeah, look at this guy. He's Korean.
Yeah, he's pretty Korean.
He's 100% Korean.
Yeah.
Oh my God, a Korean. I heard some Korean this morning at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
Because what do you call mom? Mom
Oma.
is Oma. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the woman said that to the. And so I was in the doctor's office, and this one Korean woman, no less than 112. I swear to God, I mean, I cannot believe you could see her heart out of her shirt.
Really?
She was so fucking old and frail, and she's sitting down, and her daughter might have been 85.
Wow.
And her daughter was like,
Oma.
She like shuffled to the front.
Yeah.
And she's like, too much paper. And the woman's like, okay, you have to fill out all the paperwork. She's like, too much.
What the daughter did.
Yeah, and she handed it back to the woman at the front.
Yeah.
As if to say, fuck you, I won't do it. It was amazing. I was like, why can't we all be this way? Too much paper. And she literally gave it back to her.
Yeah.
Then goes back, and she goes, okay, then, Miss, Mrs. Lee,
go ahead.
You have to take her down to the 3rd floor. She has to go get an MRI. We talked about this. And she goes, Oma. And then she's doing some of your Korean jazz,
Fuck guy.
Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. Bing bong, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, Oma too.
Have some respect, guy.
Okay. So she. So she was chitty chitty bang banging to her mom.
We start with the chitty chitty.
Chitty chitty bang bang. And she goes, and out of all the stuff, she was like, Korean, and then goes, Oma, MRI. And the mom goes, no.
No, really?
Yeah, she said no.
So they just left?
No, and she goes, come on. She goes, no. And then she wheeled her out, and I thought, I bet you they went home. I bet you she was like, fuck the paperwork, fuck the MRI. I'm gonna go home.
Morgan and Morgan. If I'm driving down the street, I get in a car accident, guess what I'm gonna do?
You're gonna call Morgan and Morgan.
I'm gonna call Morgan. Why?
Because they're the most reliable, helpful, and they're America's largest injury law firm. They got you covered, baby. They have over 100 offices nationwide with more than 800 lawyers.
But not only that, with over $15 billion recovered for over 300,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation, Andrew.
Look, Morgan & Morgan are homies. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. That is the way to go. You may be confused. You just got into an accident. You're on your way to work, and you're like, what do I do now?
It's easy, right?
It's so easy.
What do they do?
All you have to do is call Morgan & Morgan, and submitting an injury claim is easier than me looking deep into Bobby's eyes and saying this. Look at me. I love you. It's easier than that.
You.
Say it back.
Love you.
Say it back.
I love you too.
If you're ever injured, you guys, a lot of people get in car accidents, and if you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. You heard that. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/badfriends or dial #law #529 from your cell phone.
That's for the people, FORthepeople.com/badfriends or #law #529 from your cell.
This is a paid advertisement.
Viator has over 300,000 bookable travel experiences in over 190 countries. They offer everything from simple tours to extreme adventures and all the niche, interesting stuff in between. Viator is the place to go to book memorable travel experiences, Andrew.
Well, let's talk about it. Bobby booked me a memorable travel experience through Viator for my little birthday vacation, which I want to say thank you. And the fans should know that means a lot to me. Look, you don't have to book an expensive, extravagant thing if you're trying to hook up your friend, or you can do it for yourself. You can just do something small. They have everything from something like a nice, cool hike that you can take, or hot air balloons. You can do so many crazy, cool things. Viator is a website and app where you can book travel experiences and do almost everything you've ever dreamed of. They offer everything from simple tours to extreme adventures, so many bookable experiences, and I can't wait to take my little trip and tell you guys about it when I get back that Bobby gave me. That means so much to me. I really appreciate it, dude.
And when you book a travel experience, Andrew, just be mindful about this. With Viator, there's always flexibility and support with free cancellation, and look at me, payment options, and 24/7 service.
Well, I hope you don't cancel because I really want to do it. You too can do this. If you're looking to travel and get a great experience while you're out there, download the Viator app now. Use the code Viator10 for 10% off your first booking. One app, over 300,000 experiences you'll remember.
Do more with Viator. Have you thought about what you'd be like at 100?
Dead. I'll be fucking dead. There's no way I'm lasting past 100.
I mean 90.
I'm lucky.
I can see Eastwood went to 90. You have an Eastwood vibe.
Do you think it's why? Because we both hate
Koreans? Yeah. You guys hate the Asians. Yeah. But I mean, what are you gonna be like
at that age?
Yeah.
But I won't be a member of society anymore. We've talked about this. I'm gonna live in complete isolation.
Yeah.
I won't be living in a major metropolitan area.
Yeah.
What happens if you get sick, Andrew? Then I die by the lake.
Yeah.
I go down to the water and I fall in like a man.
I believe that Jimmy Carter and his wife are still alive, still right now.
No, they're not. He died.
No.
Jimmy Carter's
He's still. They're in hospice. Both of them are dying together.
He's 98 years old.
They're dying together though.
See, this is no way to live.
But is that romantic?
No.
If you're dying with, that's your wife.
Okay, here's Jimmy Carter. Here's wonderful.
Look
Jimmy.
at that.
No disrespect to the Carter family.
Honey,
Here's
I
Jimmy
got
Carter.
it up.
Yeah, you're fucking right.
No.
All they're hearing.
One last.
They're hearing. And then the nurse, Mr. Carter, you shit all over the bed again. We have to lift you up and clean up all the poop. Yeah.
Really?
That's what it is every day.
But what?
You're falling apart in front of someone you love.
Yeah, but he's not. One last time.
No thanks. You think she's crawling over there?
Oh, there's no teeth. It must feel good.
You want a gummy, Jimmy?
Yeah.
No, I mean, look
at that. Where am I? That's another face.
Yeah.
Who am I?
You're on the moon.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
yeah.
You know we never went there in the first place.
You're Anakin Skywalker. I am.
I just don't want to be that old where, look, the love that they have.
Oh my God, look at the wife.
The commitment and the
What
love.
does she look like? This is like.
That's her now.
I know, but what does she look like before?
Probably stunning.